Whoops. Always. Hello. Sound. Picture. We got the sound? Yeah. Where's the camera? Ah, it wasn't well plugged. And okay. There we go. Picture, sound. Yep. We have to start in the worst way possible. Hello. Hello. Hello again. What's up, everyone? I've been trying to replay at least every game I have ongoing. So we went back to Zenless, Marvel Rivals, and other stuff. I forgot right now. Yordle Tale, the FNAF fun games I left aside. What's left? Yeah, I think that's it. There's maybe a game I forgot. MacPixel, and I still have the only dating game we're kinda doing. I Wani Hug that Gator. So let's continue the Gator dinosaur dating game. It's more of a dinosaur game actually. Okay, so let's continue. I kinda forgot where we left. It's been a very long time. So don't remember if I need to do a special thing to have this game running. It's using a weird dating not light novel. Visual novel. It's using a weird visual novel engine, so let's try this out. Starting download? No, wait. No, don't update the game. Oh, come on. This better be super quick. I didn't plan to have the game doing an update right now. Just let me play the game. No? Okay. This is not going super well, so let's see if we can do one thing while we wait. What can we do? Okay, let's just look at the updates. Plush? Wait, I missed a new wave of plushies? Because my first is something during the plushies. Oh, okay, it's a problem with the shipping. Can I still order one? No? Okay, so at least the update is ready. Let's go back to this. I wonder what the title is written like this. It is new. I don't remember the game having this loading screen here. Cavemanon Productions. Assets. Where's the mouse? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, I remember this run weird. Does this work? Ah, I don't remember why this setup works, but it works. Extras? Mod? mods? Why is there mods for a game like this? Gallery. Where am I? I don't even know. It is a bit weird. Wait. Okay. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I don't... What? Screenshot? I feel like this is a very weird menu. Okay, here I am. Animations. Maybe the game... Maybe I'm missing a part of the menu here. Yeah. Oh! Wait. The menu is not playing. It's gonna be one of these games. Okay, I see. I guess we gotta use this setup. See, that's the problem with games like this. You know it works. Okay. Let me try the menu again. Okay, now it works. Hey, who's here? Dude, buddy, come on. Language? I don't have a Captain America mask, but I'll put a mask. Lewd? Oh my god, this is... Okay, at least the game is working now. Load. I'm only using one save. Okay, usually in games I do more than one save. Oh my god. So, school day. Upside down. With my friend. With the gym. The PE teacher. Alright, all the blood rushing to my head. Go. Alright, peel yourself off my majestic gym floor and hit the showers. Hey, you. All jokes aside, hi, how are you? I'm doing okay, buddy. How are you? Let's try to date a Gator. Made it just in time. I take my seat right next to Olivia and let myself relax for a second. Olivia is as usual, doodling away on her notebook. I take a quick peek at her new work, curious to see what she's trying to turn into a caricature today. Fine. Do you know this game? Instead, the page is filled with various scribbles of what looks to be a rat. The only piece of shading for its fur is just on its head, save for a white spot around its right eye. Looks like the same one she doodled on the note we passed around in our history class. The married mural shows it in various poses and scenarios, some basics and some pretty creative. There's even one wearing a cape and wielding a ridiculous giant sewing needle like a sword. No, I don't think so. These rat doodles, it's the only visual novel I'm playing. These rats doodles of yours are pretty cute. Thanks. Actually, that reminds me, look who else I drew over the weekend. She flips a couple pages of her sketchbook and holds it up for me to see. Much to my surprise, it's none other than Mia. Olivia decided to draw her as what I can only describe in the most flattering of ways as a druggy harlot. Her clothes are even more ripped than her usual attire. Her jacket is filled with all kinds of unflattering patches, and her hair is styled into a gaudy mohawk that only detracts slightly from her face full of piercings and rings. In fact, she has a couple of rings, piercings, and eyelids to the point that I think it will be impossible to keep her eyes open from the weight. And that's not even getting into all the tattoos that Olivia has drawn on Mia's face. I can't help but let out a sneaker at the side. You like? She's spotting a smug grin as she looks my way. I mean, it's funny, but how can she even breathe with all those nose rings? Doesn't need to, she's full of hot air already. Oh! The girl chuckles at her own joke. I bet if she saw it, steam would blow out of her ears. Yeah, she'd stomp around uselessly and then do nothing else. Seems like you have a pretty good idea on how she works. She's just so predictable. It's not rocket science. Look at these cute dino girls. We're interrupted by a pair of students. I recognize them, though I only know one of their names. Yo, Inko Miami! Lunara. So I saw what you submitted for the contest, and I just love it. Since you're bald and Olivia is in a wheelchair, is this a kingpin? Come on. I just love it. It was so good, I just had to show it to my friend. Yeah, man, I just come to see who made it when Lunara told me all about it. And when she told me, it was like, oh my god! I just knew when I saw you had that artistic spirit. Pretty damn fantastic, especially for a newbie. I'm a bit taken aback by her backhanded compliment. Still, it is a compliment. The first real one I've heard since coming to St. Amand. About my art, I mean. Oh my gosh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm doing the voices today. I'm Kiara. It's so nice to meet you. Oh no. Yeah, likewise. Cool. I mean, it's not that great of a piece, it's just something I had on hand. Last minute? Damn, you're selling yourself way too short there. Yeah. Oh no, she's advancing dangerously. Yeah, your work is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Oh my god, what's going on here? I'm thinking we should hang out sometime. Oh, you... Oh, you slut! Stop trying to get into his pants! Oh my god. Oh shit, the bell's ringing soon. Already? Ah, damn. Well, it was nice seeing you again, Inko. Keep up the great work. Be seeing you later. Oh my god, what's happening in this game? Yeah, be seeing you real soon, Inko. I can't help but smile as my new friends wave their goodbye and depart. An eddy feeling of joy washing through my head as I replay their words of praise repeatedly. In the corner of my eye, Olivia's smile reflects the overwhelming cheer I'm feeling. Thought it seemed to vanish the moment I look her way. Seems like you're becoming the talk of the school. I mean, I hoped that I'd get some positive feedback on my work, but I didn't realize that it would be that good. Olivia threw a leap in contemplation before turning to me. Say, Inko, can I see your submissions? Sure, give me a second. Luckily, I'm prepared, as not only do I have my portfolio drive, I've finally set up a cloud drive for it. Oh yeah. It's as simple as opening up the application on my phone and swiping to the exact digital copy presented to Olivia. Ta-da! I consider it my magnum opus. Magnum opus, I finally got to say it. You keep a copy of it on your phone? Yeah, I've got my whole portfolio in cloud storage. I learned it was good practice from a couple artist blogs. So what do you think? Oh, Olivia squints at my phone as she does her best to formulate her opinion. It's nice. The compost of it is really something. You mean composition? Yeah, that. You did great, Inko. Getting a compliment from Olivia for my work feels a bit alien to me. But maybe, just maybe, this was the start of something new. Yeah, I can almost feel it now. This game has a weird... I don't know how to say it. PG. Vibe. This game has a strange vibe. Incognito, ace photographer, capable of capturing masterpieces through a photo lens. Yeah, that has a nice ring to it. Olivia must see my self-congratulatory grin, because her own drops. Alright, you did good, don't let it go to your head. When the grin remains, she forces it off by elbowing me in the chest. Ugh! What do you... Oh, she looks kinda cute here. Let's be honest. So cute, I'm taking a screenshot. That's going to leave a bruise. With that exchange behind us, Olivia and I get ready for class. As was the norm by now, Mr. Yadakan began class with some violent abuse of school property. Good morning, good morning. Now settle down, we've got announcements to go over. I sit back in my seat, subtly feeling out of spot where Olivia smacked me into check. Yeah, bruised. Sheesh. As the pterodon continued on reading from the announcement sheet like he did every day, I found myself lost in my own thoughts. Nothing else really happens that I'd consider out of the ordinary. Things are new, like the school itself, are finally starting to become mundane. Pom, 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 pom. A few minutes later. Later at lunch, I'm rattling off my best stand-up to Olivia while Damien's out getting seconds. Lisa had retreated to her usual space in the rafters. And then he says, "Oh, goddamn!" Olivia hand flies to her nose, trying and failing to contain the snot-filled laughter. It sets off a chain reaction as my own laughter spills over my mouth full of cheap school burger. Ah! God, you suck at comedy, Inco. Oh. Olivia drinks greedily from her canteen to alleviate her sore vocal cords. Is that why you all out of breath? It was a pity laugh. Stick to photography. You got the better one. The mood is slow to settle, but once Olivia has caught her breath, she speaks with a snide smile. In fact, I do. So, a Triceratops, a T-Rex, and a Rhinorex find the lamp. Her mouth clamps shut and eyes go wide. Uh-oh. Olive. Ah, perfect! I was looking for you too! Olivia casts her eyes down to her lunch, sparring a mystery meat roughly with the thorn. Hey Ben, what's up? I figured I'd come by and congratulate you on your submission entry. This again. I mean, it is my best piece, but all the praise for it is still surprising. It's exhilarating, all these compliments and everything. Thanks, man. Maybe I'll be the winner of the contest. What do you think, Olivia? The green Gator girl flinches. Ben shakes his head. Also, Olivia, great to catch you here. Principal Scalar wanted me to remind you that you need to clean up after yourself. Leaving messes in class can disrupt students in other periods. Scalar said that? Why not tell Olivia herself? She's busy and tired of reminding you. Olivia scoffs at the mention of our principal, yet keeps her mouth firmly closed. Must not be that important then. Inko, I just spent my entire second period cleaning up her mess because she's not taking anything seriously. I'm not supposed to be Scalar's errand boy, and I'm certainly not supposed to be a personal janitor. I'm left to frown at Olivia giving Ben the silent treatment. What was it wrong of me to think she'd be more open with everyone else like she is with me? Do you know how hard it is to scrub baking soda out from the carpet when it's dried? Can you just try to not make other people's lives harder? Ben! What the hell? I didn't mean that. I went too far, sorry. Olivia tries shooting me in an indifferent gaze. It cracks me a bit embarrassment when I don't return it. Ben's comment is completely uncalled for. I can't just stand around if she's not ever going to defend herself. Come on, Ben, leave her alone. My point being, Olivia is completely ridiculous. I expect better from you. How can you have expectations for her? That came out a little wrong. Well, I expect her to do the bare minimum and not waste my time. Olivia doesn't even bother looking at Ben. Instead, she's looking at me with that sad face until she quietly wheels away from us. I think I went a little too far here. Man, He pinched his bow and sighs, and left standing here with the student council president. I wonder what I had done that earned me Olivia's heart just now. That bad. Mia really wanted me to have lunch with her today. She's definitely gonna give me a earful after school. He glanced at his phone and grimaces at the notifications. Spoke too soon, she's giving me one now. Well, you should probably grab your lunch while there's still time. Ben glances up at the clock in the lunchroom. There's only about 10 minutes of lunch left. Bah, you're right, but the line usually closed 5 minutes ago. His fist hammers his palm in epiphany. Oh, you use the vending machines out there. Anything good there? I've been enjoying the atomic hot taquitos recently. But Damien tells me he's a bigger fan of bitter melon bites. Bitter melon it is. I don't think my tail could handle that amount of capsaicin. Oh, that's one tricky one. Ben gets up from his seat. Alright, I go check it out. Let's. One of his feet gets caught up on the stool and he stumbles head first. Right into Damien's tray stacked high with mystery meat. He face plants right there through the tray and onto the floor. On the bright side, the mystery meat cushions his fall. On the dark side, the mystery meat cushions his fall. Whoa! Ben, you were right! I jump from my seat and go to help him up. Bleh. Instinctively, I take a look around the cafeteria. All eyes are on us. Already heard it starting. Various murmurs about the safety of the student council president, murmurs that start breaking into jeers. I know what his song and dance goes. It's over for Ben. He gets up and dusts off his blazer. Not exactly what I meant when I said meet and greet, Damien. Oh yeah, you're right, sorry. All of a sudden, the entire attitude in the cafeteria shifted before my eyes. The jeers were deflected into a general amusement that permeated through the room. One of the nearby students stand up and hands him a few napkins to wipe his face off. Hey, thanks. How does he manage to stay composed while covered in school mystery meat? I'm both impressed and jealous. You okay? Thought you couldn't eat meat? Nah, even if I swallowed any, I'd take a lot more than that to really be an issue. I'll be fine. Thanks for the concern, though. Even as he brushes off the lunch grime, Ben carries himself with dignity. If that had been me, this guy has some serious quick wit. No, there's probably a little more to it than that. Man, I was looking forward to eating that. Why on earth did you even have that much meatloaf? I asked the cafeteria lady earlier this morning to let me have the leftovers. Although now it's gonna be a bit to waste. He eyes the remains on the floor. Some poor janitor's going to have to mop all that up. Maybe. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it! The battle signaling our next class stalls. The fistfights and gang wars. Oh my god. Season command. And everyone starts milling toward the exit. The cafeteria empties enough that I can clearly see the bench-shaped meatloaf angel on the floor. There's a familiar rubbery and texture feeling on my fingertips. My instincts had kicked in, and going for my camera to capture the moment. After which a sense of shame rolls over me. I will even consider capturing something like this, especially when it's happening to my friend. I get up from my seat with a heavy sigh and finally heads to my next class. I hope Ben will have the time to clean up before photography. He's got 5 minutes. On my way to photography, I'm still a bit caught up by what just happened. I think it's exciting to see how Ben accomplished that. I mean, ordinarily, an incident that embarrassing will be just detrimental to your social standing. On my first day, I went through something like that. An event so humiliating people were spreading rumors for days. Sure, they die out pretty quick, but the fact is that it happened. One moment, everything is fine. Then suddenly, something you could never have seen coming just happens on your life. Stuff like that can happen all the time, and to anyone. It's something that's always terrified me. It's something that just happened to Ben, only. He was exempt, he was quick on his feet, and diffused the situation faster than it could have been really started. It's like disaster avoidance. I seriously think it's the most important skill one can have, to have everything under control, to see trouble from a mile away, make it a non-issue even when it takes you by surprise. That sort of social capital is something I need. Maybe it's a little selfish, but if I were seen that way, then any sudden happenings would be forgiven instantly. Of course Ben isn't alone. The world is full of people with that skill, only I'd be lying if I said most of them deserve it. Most people are able to get away with stuff, use their unique ability for just that, getting away with stuff. What should be seen as a blessing of a social buffer is just enabling threat of theirs, a charismatic get out of jail free card. If I had that ability, I'd use it to push myself to my limits, both artistically and productively. That's my ultimate goal. Ben is one of the good ones, definitely. He's definitely earned my respect over this. The question remains, how do I get like that? That line of thinking is cut off as I round the next corner. Wanted to talk with ya, Olivia. At the center of the hallway intersection, I see Mia and Olivia. Come the fuck on now, Olivia, don't be such a killjoy. I'm trying to be nice here. The grin on Mia's face is jovial as she stands before the wheelchair-bound girl, her tail lazily swaying as she eyes Olivia. Man, I never realized how little those spikes on her tail look. After all, I have to be nice to someone as talented as Olivia, don't I? Yeah, there are a pair of similarly smiling Saurian girls. Actually, wait a minute. Those two... they're Mia's friends. I mean, she knows her way around the palette and canvas. Right, Olivia? Oh my god. A paraplegic Picasso here. God damn it. That's right. Can't imagine how useless you must feel otherwise. I'm so glad you're able to put those thoughts aside and paint some things you like. Mia takes a step towards Olivia, previous expression taking on a more reminiscent. Yet, for all that talent and untapped potential, you seem to lack some of the basic expected of functioning young adult. Mia's lips part, revealing a cruel grin. You've been a really dirty, messy little baby. Leaving your stuff everywhere in class and getting it all over the place. Hey, it's Wing, what's up buddy? Today I'm reading again. Here's my English practice 101. I don't, aside from the streams, I don't really have to speak English nowadays. Not at work, no. Anyway, that's my English practice of the day. You gonna hug that guitar, Gator? Yeah. They should stick you in a cute little bib. Oh my, it's getting very cruel. Kiara and Lunara laugh, jeering loudly at Olivia. Mia snaps her finger, causing the two of them to go quiet. I still want to believe it. Those two, they were so nice to me. What are they doing with Mia? I know them, they're smart and they know if this is what it looks like. It's horrible. And they're not the kind of people to punch down like this. But they all decided to do this, right? So what's going on? Is there more to this situation? Mia takes another step forward, a figure now looming over Olivia. She looks down with a cruel sneer on her lips. Normally, I wouldn't waste my time trying to single you out, but I'm gonna use this moment to make you get the picture. I'm trying to do different voice, okay? It's my best attempt. Benny was supposed to join me for lunch, but he had to stay behind to clean up after your mess. You got your issues, you can't ride a bike, whatever. That's your fucking problem. Stop making it mine, Olivia. Or do I need to start being a problem for you? Yeah, does Ben look like you, Nanny? Well, she does come pre-packed with the stroller. Oh my god. Come on, Mia. That's crossing the line. Not like she can stand up to you on you and... Ouch. What? I'm just chatting with Olivia here. But if I did hurt your feelings, I'm really so... Oh my god, they're so cruel. This is really dark. Kiara Bix clicks loudly while Lunara and covers her mouth with a giggle. Don't take it personally, Olivia. I'm just teasing you. Right, Liv? We're all just one big happy family here. Lord knows some of us here who could use one. Oh my god. I don't even know how to respond to that exactly. I want to hear both sides of the story here. What is story Mia and Olivia have for a confrontation like this? I think getting this upset over her missing lunch with Ben is extreme, but Mia's friends remain by her side, completely steady fast against Olivia. Is it bad? Is it that bad? And yet Olivia says nothing to her. She had her head atop the knuckles of her hand like I would during Prockling's history lessons. There were moments where Olivia... Oh, we have a nice zoom here. There were moments where Olivia's tail would press into the floor, shifting her chair back to her side. It looked like she was attempting to sidestep the conversation with that muscular tail, but Mia's own movements cut off her escape attempts. Mia returned to the calm stare. There's no motion, but the staring contest was a fight in its own way, and the first to look away will lose. Olivia's frigid indifference against Mia's piercing gaze. Kiara ends up dropping her phone and both glare at her simultaneously. A jaw. Kiara, I swear I'll kill you one of these days. Olivia takes the opportunity to move past Mia. Mia takes no time to toughen its stance and continue a spew of insults. What? Leaving so soon? No response. And so quickly, that's almost normal walking speed. I was honestly thinking I need the cooler nickname to go with your Need for Speed. Hot Wheels. Ow. Ouch. Oh. Oh, yikes. In an instant, Olivia stops to a squeaking halt. Gone was her stoic face. In its place were eyes wide with shock. Oh, the hell? Olivia's pace falters. Mia quickly steps ahead again and places a foot on her left wheel. Your brain-dead, thin-head friend told me back in gym class. You went on about how you had it back when you were still soiling your diapers. Honestly, I think you should embrace it. So say it. Well, are you oh my god. Are you retarded, you stupid bitch? Fucking say it. God, do you need speech therapy too? Say it. At Wheels. I'm feeling a weird sense of embarrassment right now. At Wheels, see, I knew you could do it. I kinda feeling I agree with half of it. Olivia's claws dig into her armrests. Maybe that's the nuance. The point is that only half of it works. Mia turns to look at Kiara and Lunara, eliciting some giggling from them. I'm sure you wouldn't mind us making it cool again, though, right? I mean, you were such a winner back then. Mia leans close, a voice no harsh stage whisper as she glares daggers through Olivia. What's wrong, Hot Wheels? Don't wanna talk anymore? Am I not good enough for you? Even from afar, I can tell that Olivia is starting to lose her composure. This is gonna end badly. Her tail lays limp on the floor as if the energy to hold it was drained away. Oh my god. I think this is bowling. Yes. I didn't want to believe it, but it's undeniable by now. This is textbooks bowling. It's unfair. It's like when you're in the line to use the restroom after hours and hours of waiting and someone cuts in front of you. Completely inexcusable. You think? Is this the part where I should step in? What do I even say? I have to at least try, right? It's my duty as a fellow student. Maybe I don't need to say anything, just being present for Olivia against the odd. It certainly wouldn't help it if I got an even bigger target on my back from here. Olivia wrenched herself free from Mia's foot and continues down the hall. The others follow like vultures. Oh man, I need to think and act fast. My legs move on their own and I cross into the hallway. I guess we're gonna have a splitting moment for the story here, right? I'm sure we're gonna get options. I'm instantly noticed Mia's already registered my presence and her expression changes. My heart starts beating quicker and harder. Time's up for being indecisive. I'm gonna have to defend my Gator. My Gator girl. We could also... wait. Technically, we could also save here. Thanks, visual novel engine. Defend, show support. Wait. I feel like if we defend her, she's gonna feel like we see her kind of weak. I'm using logic here. But if we show support, it's better. We're not treating her like a damaged person. So let's show support. I don't know what he means by that actually. That's the problem. What is show support? The question is, yeah, how far-reaching are the results? Yeah, I think this is not a splitting moment for the story, but it's probably gonna count some points. I still think defending is treating her like a kid or something. Let's see what show support for me means. We defend her what she's doing, but what is she doing? She's not doing anything here. I wanna use by logic. I wanna show support, but I'm not sure what the game means by that. As much as I want to go off on Mia and her past, Olivia will want me to try standing up for her again. Yes. Not after all I tried to handle it with Ben. Besides, I probably fumbled the words and make myself look like a fool anyway. Yes. That's really not much I can do. What can I do is nothing. Say nothing, do nothing, just wait for Olivia to pass by. She stops a bit in confusion, but quickly remembers she's currently on the run. When she passed by, I followed down the same hallway, showing my pace to be slightly behind her. Olivia turns to look at me with equal parts surprise and dread. I think a part of her fears that I'm about to say or do something really stupid. Instead, I may give a warm smile. A slightly creepy smile, but it's a smile. To be picked on by the many people at once, I'll admit they're doing no wrong. It's terrifying. In moments like this, she should know that someone's got her back. Even if I have nothing to offer, at least the playing field will be a bit less one-sided. Know that she has someone beside her. The hell? Why is a cool design dino girl so mean? Hey, I know that jacket. And I know that bullseye for a head from a mile away. The group starts following behind us. Olivia glances over to me and returns another small smile. Well, if it ain't Baldy. So he's really bald, lore-wise. It's not an anon design to self-insert in the story. He is bald. Came to save the day or something. I don't respond. Instead, I keep my head forward and keep on walking with Olivia. That seems to catch me a bit off guard, as I can hear the gears in her mind visibly start to turn. So can I get this literally how he looks? Yeah, it's surprising. Hey, I'm still talking to ya, Hot Wheels. The sound of shuffling boots start to gain on us. Just cause you have Baldy here now to protect ya isn't gonna save your ride. Neither him or any of you dipshit friends. I can see Olivia claws digging into her armrests at the nickname, but otherwise she maintains her apathetic leer. The more we walk, the more obscenities Mia keeps blurting out to try and get a rise out of either of us. Disappearing, reappearing mouth. It's canon with the lore. This is why you don't have any real friends, you skipless salamander. Oh my god. I don't know if Olivia has a plan because I can fully understand why she's letting Mia walk all over her like this. I remain steadfast and believe that she knows what she's doing. It's all I can really do. Who even wanna be with the cripple? Oh my god. This game is really testing me today. With a cripple like ya. Can hear Mia laughing at her own words. Olivia, please change your mind and waste this bitch. So you got something to say now, Hot Wheels? She shrugs. If that's how you feel, Mia. What? Olivia doesn't say anything else. She only turns around and begins to wheel herself down the hallway. For a moment I stand in place and watch as Mia tries to process what happened. Even her boss looks confused, unsure what to say. They do have nice designs though. And you really got her, Mia. Yeah, definitely showed that leathery bitch. Mia jerks her head to the courts and glares at them, angered by their petty comments. That kinda fired back against them. Then she stares me down with an obsidian daggers in her eyes. Well, that's my cue to leave. With the grace of a headless chicken, I scramble down the hallway to catch up with Olivia. Rounding the corner, there's no Olivia to be found. Where'd she go? I suddenly hear Lunara's voice echoing down the hallway, followed closely by Mia's. Mia, what are you doing? Get back here, you fox! Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Not alone! Not with them! This is really easy. Just go hide in the toilets. Dread fills me as I hear the pursuing predatory heavy footsteps approach me. I'm grabbed from behind. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead! Whoa! Suddenly I'm violently pulled aside, right into the school's elevator by the collar of my jacket. Oh, thank God it wasn't Mia. She jams the key into the slot and smashes the button to the second level. As the door closes, we hear Mia roar for us. Next time I see those two again, I'll make sure that oversized Cubble has to use that wheelchair of hers instead. Oh my God. Thankfully, the elevator doors close shut and the car jerks upward before making its ascent. Never knew I'd feel grateful. Oh, nice. Never knew I'd be grateful to be in this death trap. As I catch the breath I had unknowingly held, my eyes aligned with a pair of silver serpentine eyes. I appreciate what you did for me back there. I'm surprised. Not sure what to say back, really. Instead, I smile back and nod. I return, she gives me a half smile before recomposing herself. You should roll with me in the elevator now. Oh, come. Well, you've just become enemies with her. If she sees you, you'll be a wad of gum under her boot. Oh, joy. Yeah, your best bet is just to avoid her now. This way you stay out of the hallways. This way we're gonna spend more time with her. Okay, so Olivia's a gator, but as someone who was obsessed with dinosaurs as a kid, it's because he follows paleo news today. What the hell is Mia? I need to look at her design again. I appreciate it. Everyone is kinda vague dinosaurs. They're not really specific dinosaurs. Come on. And this, why is there Gator in our dinosaur game? I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Wait, the elevator will stop Mia from beating the snot out of me and the entire rest of the school? Yes. We hear the small electronic bing on the elevator and the door slides open. I don't know why I expected something else to happen here, but... History class is as bland as it usually is. Procling continues prattling on about some sort of historical event, but most of my attention is on Olivia. She has her hoodie over her head and looks lost in thought. That altercation must have shaken her up more than I thought it would be. A part of me wants to ask if she'll be okay, even though I've already asked 3 times already. But the last thing I'd want to do is prod at her. Soon enough, class near its end, and Olivia uses her accommodation to leave the class early. Besides, we can talk about it after school if she wants to anyway. The more I think about it, the more I realize that I had my first real confrontation with a bully at the school. I'd heard once that when you get into a fight for the first time, you throw up from the adrenaline. No fists were thrown, but I feel about the same right now. I wring my hand together to try steadying them. Jeez, I'm a wuss. I stood up to Mia with Olivia and ended up in this mess. The final class ends, and I'm set free for the day. Stepping out of St. Amand main entrance, I'm surprised to see my friends huddled together in a tightly knit group. I usually don't see any of them after school. I always assumed they left as soon as the bell rang. Yo, yo, yo! Hey guys, what's going on? Inko! Damien looks exceptionally worried as he glances at me. Inko, you believe me, right? Pardon? I look when she does this face. It's kinda cute. Olivia's nostrils flare with an exasperated snort. I didn't mean for any of that to happen. What the matter, Damien? When me asked about that nickname stuff from so long ago, I just blurted it out. She didn't say she'd use it for something so unscrupulous. I'm ashamed it took me more than a moment to figure out what was happening. Guess Damien feels culpable for what Mia said, but why? You don't know what the word means. Who cares? Inko really didn't mean for any of that to happen. Hey, I believe you, man. Your head was in the right place. Olivia told us what happened with Mia, calling her some nicknames. Damien leans back over an unresponsive Olivia and spread in supplication. She said you were there too. Yeah, yeah. Olivia, you loved that nickname way back when we were kids. Damien's words were dismissed with a roller of her smoky eyes. You really didn't mean it, Olivia. I know already. For a split second she bore row upon row of sharp teeth, before gnashing her maw in frustration. Olivia's nostrils flared out with a huff of hot breath again, and I could practically see everything from her day finally weigh on her. You were just being you again, Damien. Sometimes I wish you weren't, but whatever. Smokey, is that what we call them now? There's a grittiness to her voice once more, but she continues on. She holds her canteen up to her lips, but drops it immediately. Empty again. The grit in her voice is back, but she presses on. And the nickname is just that, a nickname. I don't want to hear it again. Especially from her, especially if it's just to get under my skin. Olivia stares at Damien for a while before breaking contact to glance at Liz and I. Why not? Wait, did I say that? Why did I ask that? It just kind of came out. Liz noticed Damien still organizing his thoughts. Seeing as neither of the others are going to answer correctly, she sighs. I like the way she moved her head over there. Well, I wasn't around for this, but when they were freshmen in middle school, Damien and Olivia would take the bus every weekend to an arcade in the city. I guess he came up with the nickname around then and it stuck. That's all right, but I didn't come up with it. I brought a chunk of change for us to play with each other. A match on just about anything there was a quarter, probably still is. But I don't think I won even once. Once she stood to win something, it's like a switch went off in her head. I've never seen Olivia get like that. Some of the teenagers were watching too. They saw everything. A couple challenged her once. I ran out of cash. And sure enough, she ended up clearing house all afternoon. It was all she talked about at school all week until we could go back for more. Only took like a month for her to be recognized as some local champion. Sometime along the way people started calling her Hot Wheels. Don't remember really who or when. But I do remember it's proof she got that fire in her. Whoa. Yeah, that's... I had fun back then. Guess I forgot I wasn't supposed to bring it up. Have things really changed that much? And you did again. Damien hisses to himself. Sorry. Lots of story here. How do we make this character more expressive without making more pose? Dude, super long neck, right? Just can't help yourself. It works pretty well though. But you're right, that was the best time of my life. The name Hot Wheels belonged to 10-year-old me, not current me. Hey, that's a great story. To be recognized so well that you got a cool nickname, it sounds amazing being a champion, being a winner. Well, disdain for the title. I'm not. What? I'm not a winner anymore. Because you don't go to the arcade anymore? If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's only like half hour away. Olivia looks at Liz like she just recommended everyone watch the newest Netflix anime. Well, if it's the story anything to go by, I'd like to see you be a winner again. Olivia's breath seems to itch for a moment. And I'm sure these guys want to see it too. Damien's the one that dragged you to our lunch table all this time, right? Look at him, he's nearly killed over because he's afraid of losing that part of you. And Liz, I think I'd like to see why you and Damien are really close friends. Yeah. And just as quick as I gained the bravado to speak up, my words left me immediately. I think I actually put Olivia on the spot here. Whoops. Well, a tail rolls along the ground a bit in contemplation. If you guys really care that much about it, I wouldn't mind it from you guys. All at once, Damien lights up. Yay! Alright, Hot Wheels is back! Ah yes, the hot new Netflix anime. Friday. Oh. You guys know refer to Liz and Inko. Damien's shoulders drop for a moment, but he quickly recovers. Hey, if we're getting the name out again, we should go visit the arcade together sometime. I'd rather not. Okay, they know about a better name like Death Roll. Olivia swings her tail around to trip him, but he's fast enough to jump over it. Damien's words flew out as he contemplates new nicknames for Olivia to try and appease her, and many of which are shut down by Olive, Liz, and I chuckling. What a nice ending to this very dark moment. Death Roll. I get it. Gradually, our giggles died down, and the four of us chatted a bit more about the day in general. Eventually, Damien and Liz headed to their respective ways, with Olivia deciding to stick around. Most of the school has filtered out to their various unbound rides, or to their after-school activities, leaving Olivia and I alone. Hey, I'll roll with you. Really? I mean, I don't mind, of course. Hey, it's nothing. House is only a few blocks away anyway. Besides, I'm sure someone will beat you up and take your lunch money if I didn't. There's plenty of time to make it to the next train, so the two of us take it easy. The sun finally managed to break through the autumn clouds, making the walk almost unseasonably warm. Man, I thought the last day of summer was weeks ago. Ha! It was. I don't mind it staying warm longer though. Feels pretty great to me. Olivia gives her chair an extra hard push, letting herself glide by unaided for long enough to stretch out her arms to bask in the sunlight. I might have figured you'd like it. Oh, what? Because I'm a dino? She's not a gator. She's a dino? I love how everyone's reaction after finishing this game is just, I just wanted a cute visual novel about cool dinosaurs. I left after falling in love. Oh no. No, not like that. I'm just playing. Relax. You're pretty touchy on that stuff, aren't you? The two of us finally make it to the train platform. Next led us is one of the main streets. I can see the train a few blocks away. A walk timed up with its arrival perfectly. I just think it's important to be educated. This is all. Even if you're what, the only human at our school, Olivia flashed me a cheeky grin as my train pulls up. I've got to admit, but her mischievous nature is a little infectious. As the train doors open, I leave Olivia with one final job, something I know she'd appreciate. Whatever you say, Hot Wheels. And literally dodged out the way of her slashing claws, stepping somebody onto the train as the doors close. Inko, you son of a bitch! Get back here! I like the tail was. Okay. As the doors ding shut behind me, I can see an irate and still blushing Olivia waving her fist as the train begins to pull away. Still giggling, I managed to squeeze myself into a seat next to a yellow-scaled woman smelling faintly of hot dogs. You know, I may pay for that comment later. But the looks on her face was totally worth it. As the school year progressed, the days start to feel like they're moving along much faster. Part of it might be the change of season. However slight that change may be, promises. While the calendar says it's officially fall, the only thing I've really noticed was the increasing number of clouds in the sky. Better safe than sorry, which is why I bought my fancy compact carbon fiber umbrella. Still, things have started to be routine for me in the mornings. Wake up, throw on my clothes, consider eating breakfast before I'd wreck my stomach, walk to the station with a featherlight umbrella in hand. And wouldn't you know it, I end up having another chat with Mr. Ferris on the ride to school. Hello, Mr. Nito. How are you this morning? Doing fine, sir. Thank you. And how are you? I'm doing well. So, my niece told me over the weekend that you and Olivia were in a predicament of some sort. Oh yeah, Olivia was being picked on by someone, but it's not a problem anymore. I see. Well, that's unfortunate to hear, and strange considering the substantial funding the school gets for anti-student harassment programs. What good is all that tax money if classmates are still ragging on each other? If it means anything, Olivia knows how to handle herself. I was there to support her. That's fine, but the issue is this sort of thing shouldn't be happening to begin with. That aside, Liz has gotten somewhat enthusiastic recently regarding Olivia. She's surprised at the animated she's gotten. Ever since that get together at Randall's place, I think. I'd wager you'd have something to do with it. No? Maybe a little. Yeah, it was certainly rough in the beginning, but we've been warming up to each other. It's nice seeing a different side of her, even if it's brief. I don't know, can I take credit for that? Well, we all have a unique chance to make change, Inko. If you're good at grasping them, that in itself is something to be proud of. Oh, do you know it's really a chance to do anything? He lets out the vape with a repeating chuckle. Well, to flip our usual script and let you in on an old phrase a friend of mine once told me, if you see a fork in the road, take it. Wink. This is a hint at splitting story points. Yeah? Thanks, Mr. Ferris. Like my mornings, the school days have become a routine as well. Slave through PE with Damien, see Olivia's noodle sketch in art class, watch Liz lose her mind tutoring Damien at lunch, talk shop with Ben. To know I have to avoid Mia like the plague because she's solely out to kill me. All said, I think St. Amand has been my best school experience out of... Man, I've lost count how often I'd moved. Must be the fresh trauma. As for today... It's been raining pretty often recently, so Coach Solly made us play more dodgeball in the gym. Mia was definitely gunning for me with the way she launched them at me with the speed of a catapult. Oh, we're skipping everything. I rest in Yadakan's class, popping my spine against the curve of my chair. Apparently today is a short day because of some assembly, so the period will end much earlier than usual. So it means we got most of the period to slack off, do homework. I glance at the desk next to me in the hopes of catching Olivia's latest artistic masterpiece, when I notice she's not drawing, instead only fidgeting. Hey, Olivia, you seem a bit nervous, everything alright? Yeah, sorry, it's just that... I've been hearing rumors that the school shared drive might have been corrupted. Wait, really? Yeah, really. Oh, will something like that happen? Not sure, but I'm scared that it might have messed with the art contest submissions. I think you should check out your entry on the website just to make sure it's okay. Technology, don't fail me now. Well, the character still have a copy on his drive, etc., so that's not a problem. With urgency, I take out my phone and type in the school's website. Fast fingers lead me to that art contest tab. Can't this loading bar go any slower? Finally, the page loads in and... Oh, looks like the submissions have been closed. What? I hold the phone up for Olivia to show her the page. The submissions have been closed since voting started last week. Olivia doesn't deserve all this trouble. Oh. Sheesh, I thought Mr. Yadakan had spooked me. Olivia all says up. Well, that's quite reassuring. With the submissions closed, there's no chance of any hacker messing with them. Olivia doesn't seem convinced, still drumming her fingers on her desk. Hopefully she'll feel loads better when the preliminary winners are revealed. Thinking of which, when out. As the bell sounds, the class begins to pack their things and Yadakan calls everyone into a single file line. Alright everybody, we have an assignment row, so stick together. Before I join the rest of the line, I look back at Olivia, who seems to be stalling. Come on, I'll walk with you. That seems to steer something in her, and she glances up to me while lastly shoving a notebook into her bag. Yeah, I'm coming. As we head out the door, I notice Olivia shuffling her hoodie a lot. It's not a long walk to the auditorium, and despite Yadakan's best attempts, most of the class splinters off to sit with their friends. Having expected this, he shrugs and makes his way over to the back of the auditorium where the other teachers are. Olivia and I are left to the struggling crowd trying to filter into the cramped theater of the school. It's going to be difficult finding some seats. It's fine, I have a spot. Olivia wheels herself down the pathway, to which I follow suit. She heads down the aisle until we are at the first row of seats. There's a vacant spot where a typical seat would be with a faded handicap sign. Olivia packs her chair into the empty spot, which I take the seat next to her. Best seats in the house, right? Can't complain. as the hall fills with more students, my anticipation rises. Oh man, I can't hardly wait for the announcements. So, do you think I have a chance? Oh, maybe. Photography isn't super popular, but... Olivia folds her hand on her lap, staring straight ahead as her voice trails off. I knew that, but I'm still hopeful. Hey guys! It's funny, she sits on the left, and her head goes to the other side. It's kind of funny. I have to remind myself that is normal. Hey Liz. I can't believe it's finally here. Gosh, I'm so excited. Me too. By the way, where's Damien? Hey guys! I'm over here! Damien is in the far back of the auditorium, yelling and waving his hands in the air to catch our attention. He's going to get in trouble for that. Frills, sit down! Damien immediately stops and takes his seat. With tempered expectations, we both sit in silence for just a few minutes before Principal Scalar walks on stage and taps on a standing microphone. This is the cute, most visual novels don't play about like this. Okay everyone, got a whole bunch of important announcements to make, so I'll make them quick so we can all share an early lunch. As soon as the idea of going for an early lunch is brought up by Principal Scalar, the entire room goes as silent as visual. I guess when it comes to an early lunch, it's serious business. I like your face here. Over the next 15 minutes, Principal Scalar goes over important events coming up in the school year. Most I would consider standout things like pep rallies from the sports team, a bake sales to fundraise for upcoming field trips, even something about new clubs being formed, such as the Japanese Animation Appreciation Society. Not the best acronym if I had to say. Otherwise it's all Otherwise it's all mostly boring housekeeping stuff when one right down to it. I must wonder why such announcements warranted unnecessarily when the mood so shifts with Scholar's next big announcement. Jazz. Must know that no, you didn't see the P was in the capital letter. Know that we got the main stuff out. Yeah, I think it was. I'm not gonna say it. Know that we got the main stuff out of the way. I've saved the best announcement for last. St. Ammons is proud to announce the 5 semi-finalists for the annual Fresh Start Art Contest. Cheers and applause roars loud enough to make my ears ring. Oh, you just noticed. Yet I'd be lying if I said I also wasn't excited for the reveal of just who had made it to the semi-finals. Maybe I was giving myself a bit too much credit, but I really wanted to be among those semi-finalists. I can almost taste victory, in fact. I turned to face Olivia and prepared to cheer alongside her, but I'm stopped in my track when I noticed that, unlike the rest of her peers, Olivia seemed to be uneasy about the prospect. Almost scared even. Before I can ask Olivia why her sudden change in mood, Scalar continues with her next words, cutting my train of thought. And here we have the 5 semi-finalists. The piece of the 5 skillful students who had beaten all the other competitors came up, followed by the names of the victors right above them. Alas, I see no photography submission in sight. At least I gave it a shot, right? Oh man, I didn't make it in. Liz's neck droops down like a melancholy noodle. I can't help but feel pity for the bummed out Brachiosaurus. Bzz, bzz. Checking my phone, I see Damien back there. I can see his head. D-man, tell Liz to come back here, bro. I'm sure Damien's got that handle. Oh, she can go over there like this. She's a brack. I thought she was a snake. See, the dinosaur rack and it's difficult to recognize the species. I'm sure Damien got that handle. Despite my silly mood, I look back to the semi-finals winners and can't help but be amazed by them. Each artwork is impressive in their own right, their colors blending wonderfully, and the figures beautifully designed. It's easy to see why these were voted for the winners. The last one especially catches my eye. The scenic landscape with the setting sun looks stunning. If not for the slight stylization of the skyline and the fantastical color palette, it could probably pass off as a real photograph with some filters pasted over it. I'm no art critic yet, but if I were, I'd label it as a masterpiece and easily the best of all of them. Guess who did that one? Let's give our winners a big round of applause! The auditorium fills with the usual kinds of clapping one would expect in an event like this. Polite, with an underlying tone of disinterest, so one person felt compelled to constantly make a piercing eye whistle. Pomni? Pomni? Where we will be displaying the winners' art pieces in room 237. You 37. You're welcome to view them during lunch and after school today. Oh, neato! Principal Skeller continues the rest of assembly, announcing other events for the school and other minor reminders. Behind me, I see the teachers start psyching themselves up for the Herculean task of getting some 200 hungry dinosaur teenagers out of the room and towards lunch without anyone getting killed. Principal Skeller finishes and waves back to them and to signal it's time. Alright, we're going to start our journey to lunch. You all know how this goes, so not just going for the exit. Being in the first row, we're the first to get up. I follow behind Olivia until we make it to the hall. Hey, Olivia. She stops and turns a bit. Geez, is she still anxious about the side thing earlier? She looks a little pale. I wanted to check out the winning paintings a bit more. Want to come along? She considers for a moment. No, go on without me. I need to use the restroom. Alright, I'll see you at lunch table then. Olivia nods and starts off down the hall, following the flow of students towards the lunchroom. Let's see, the principal said it was room 237. Whoa. First thing I noticed walking into the classroom is the amount of people checking out the gallery. I didn't expect it to be filled to the brim with eager students. There's a decent amount of people here, about a baker's dozen or so. Maybe more will come when they finish up their lunches. Well, I'm here now. Let's take a look at the lucky winners. The pieces are all set on easels in the back of the classroom. Some desks and chairs are moved closer to the front to give each one its own space. One by one, I take a moment to give each canvas a thorough review. The auditorium screen really didn't give them the art justice, because now I can really take in the detail of each one by being up close. The color palette, the brushwork, the subtle nuances. Yeah, I can really see all of them having a good shot at getting first prize. Now it's time to see the one I've been eager to get a look at since it was first shown. Okay, this doesn't look like I had in my mind. The way he described it. From what I recall from Mr. Yadaka's lesson, it's made with acrylic, explaining why the colors of it seem more vibrant. It stands out in the defiance to the other paintings in the contest, most of which were either violently absurdist and meaningless or mutant still lives of ordinary objects. To be fair, there is a difference between seeing artwork on a screen and handmade in-person paintings. True. It's a meadow of mystifying colors, the organic lights drawing the viewer deeper into the pieces, and I feel as though this will be a place I'd wake up to within a fantastical dream. There's no rigid structure or forced metaphors here, just a fantastical measure of creative and expressionism and real-world beauty. I feel my fingers itching to the familiar weights of my DSLR. This is a piece that I want to immortalize in my portfolio. It hands down the winner of the contest in my eyes. Guess who did this one? Okay, it's very easy. I simply must find who made this. Looks like this breathtaking show of artistic talent was created by semi-finalist winner. Me? That's a problem. Inko, I'm glad you swung by. Looks like you are admiring the art contest entries. I told you that St. Amand artistic programs were in parallel. That's not mine. That's not yours. I try to say more, but the words won't leave my mouth. Ben's eye follow mine to the bottom of the painting in front of me, and I watch as he makes the same realization as I do. Iko, you didn't. Did you paint this? I had no idea your style was so developed, so humble if I had known. That's not my entry. It's not? Did the files get corrupted and they mix the names? Is there a twist here? It's not? No, mine was a photograph. But what's your name doing on this one? It must be some kind of mistake. A million scenarios come to mind. They've also got the wrong names somehow. If they did, I think the real artist will come forward by now. Then, but the simulation website must be hacked or broken. But those cool checks for stuff like that. If it was, we will know by now. Oh, Olivia's going to be peace. Oh, no, I think maybe, this is my guess. She didn't want to use her real name. So she used our guy's name. School checks for stuff like that. If it was, we will know by now. Then, Inko, you're sure you didn't submit somebody else's piece by accident? Of course I didn't. Why would I do something like that? You're the only one who can log into your account, Inko. Suddenly, everything stops. My account? Did somebody... Look, relax, alright? We can get this sorted out. Just don't panic. Ben lowers his voice. But Inko, just to be clear. What? You didn't just get a bit of extra help, right? Ben looks at me through the edge of his glasses, eye to eye. There's some real stakes in this contest. Cheating is taken seriously, especially fraud. The word echoes around inside me. Fraud? It makes my bone chill. This ingenuine, faker, liar. They're all bad in different ways, but fraud is just dripping with frigid condemnation. No, I swear, I submitted a photograph. Ben relaxes his shoulders. Just making sure. Sorry to alarm you. It's perturbing how it can go from deadly serious to jovial like a flip switch. You going to be alright? Sorry, I need some air. Hey, feel free. I'll let Scalar know, okay? Yeah, thanks, Ben. No problem. Take it easy. Ben offers me a nearness smile, waving at me as he steps out of the room and down the hall. After some time, I follow him, shambling down the hall as I try to make some sense of what just happened. I thought everybody actually liked my photography, but they all thought I was some kind of expert painter instead. I never know to express it. I feel empty. I thought maybe my hard work was finally paying off, but I submitted the right entry, so what happened? Did somebody change it? And if so, oh, it's just a good piece, though. What even is there to be gained by putting my name on it? The story. I don't know. The story is getting plot twists arise. I wander aimlessly through the halls. The thought of missing lunch passes through my mind, but there's a different sort of emptiness pervading my stomach. Take it easy. Ben walks 10 feet away, then grumbles under his breath. Cheating. Why is this rattling me like this? Man, it's not like I'm in trouble or anything. Ben is helping me sort this out. I'm at loss of what even to think about right now. Oh crap, Olivia mentioned something about server issues before. I could see my suspicion, but was it just that? Maybe Olivia was right to be worried. Well, why else would she be so nervous? My aimless walking leads me outside the principal office in the gala. There's that one cityscape painting from the start of the school year. The very first painting I ever saw here, and still one of the best. A vibrant cityscape that morphs into the rigid structure of urban planning, into a soft and inviting utopia, as if viewed from the eyes of a child. The sky above the city is a beautiful shade of crimson, with radiant clouds clustered along its length. If the art contest submission was the best painting I've ever seen, then this one comes close. I can only imagine the accolades she must have gotten for painting this back then. You know, for a while, I got to have that experience. I got to step in the shoes of an artist much better than myself. Maybe that was the intent. All the praise, approval, everything I've been wanting. Just for a while, it was given by an anonymous stranger, whoever that may be. Actually, this gives me a bit of an idea. If I'm clever and Olivia's up for it, this can be a cool way together to show off her painting more. Anyone will like that. Maybe that's what she needs. I could act as like a personal publisher for her, so she doesn't have to deal with people. Ha! Wait a second! The wheels are turning. I peeled down the empty hallway. I need to find Olivia. She couldn't possibly. But why me? Why would she? Think about it only increases my worries and desperation to find who I hope to Raptor Jesus! Raptor Jesus! Who isn't the culprit? I haphazardly check all the places where Olivia could be, but can't find her anywhere. But hunt for the Baronix. Olivia is not a crocodile. Olivia is a Baryonyx. Raptor Jesus is canon. Praise Raptor Jesus! My hunt for the baryonyx leads me to the second floor of the atrium. That is the biggest lore drop. Olivia is a baryonyx. A species of Spinosaur. She's a baryonyx! Oh my, this is the biggest twist of today's game. Oh my god, oops. It feels like there's a lead brick in the pit of my stomach as I internalize my current situation. The soft pattering of rain hitting the window grabs my attention to see a gloom-covered Volcadera outside. My eyes wander along the school's pathway, covered in mud thanks to earlier rainfall. Wait a minute, those looks like tracks in the mud. I burst through the main entrance doors and met with the feeling of droplets hitting my head. Outside, a dark overcast has rolled in. The forecast called for on and off rain during the day, but pretty gnarly clouds. Makes it look almost dusk around. Crap, what am I wasting time for? I follow the trail with urgency, fearing that the rain will wash it away. Looks like it goes down the wall pathway. I ignore my clothes becoming progressively damp and the water collecting on my shades. Eventually, it is a guy with glasses. And I mean sunglasses. He never takes them off. Eventually, around the curve that leads to the bridge and see a distressing item at the end. Oh my god! What's going on in the game right now? A wheelchair? Olivia's wheelchair, empty of the occupant toppled on its side. A new fear grips at me, born from the mental imagery provided by that sight. Those cruel thoughts push me up the steps faster than humanly possible, even as my rational mind tries to reassure me. Running around across the deck, my breath is caught in my throat when I reach the middle. Oh? She's on the ground, head slumped down. There's damage and soaked school supplies scattered all over the walkway. We're gonna do a little break from the story for the comment. Okay, I get it. One hug that Baryonyx doesn't have quite the same ring to it. And Spinosaurids like Baryonyx were essentially the final boss form of crocodiles. So potato. Yeah. Well, yeah, Spinosaurs are kind of giant dinosaur crocodiles. Okay. This game is weird. When you read the title, you expect crocodiles. Then you play, it's just dinosaurs. This could be called Dino Dating Game. Oh god, is she okay? My foot shifts, trying to force me closer. Slowly her head lifts up to the sound of my shoes squashing on the floor. Oh no, she's crying. Inko! Oh no. Her tear-stained eyes stare at me with a dead expression and her voice sounds weak. Olivia! I feel like I can finally breathe again. Slowly Olivia pushes herself up and notices she's lying atop a pile of paper shreddings. The feeling of relief slowly fades away. I now remember just why I was looking for her. We stay silent, only staring at each other as the rain continues to bear down on us. She simply sits there, letting herself grow more and more soaked from the rain. Do you wanna talk? No, not out in the open. I grab my compact umbrella from my backpack and unfold it. The umbrella comes into play. Nice. It doesn't do much to dry Olivia off, but at least she's not getting more soaked. The umbrella is placed between us and the elements against the ledge, forming a personal canopy above us. Here, now we're alone. There's space next to Olivia to take a sit. Oh no. It's odd. We sat together before, but sitting on the ground in the rain, and the room is just a little claustrophobic. There's bits of paper melted on the pavement soaked by the rain. Though torn apart and waterlogged, I can sort of make out. A 3? A rough sketch of one anyway. Like the one that stood prominent in my full submission. So you did it? Inko, please, I can explain. I didn't have a choice. What? I know what I did was wrong, but I didn't have any other way. It wasn't choice to not trick me? She was looking at me, focusing on the scraps of paper scattered about the floor like confettis. It wasn't to trick you, I get it, you're mad at me. I'm not mad. I'm just confused. I thought we were good friends. I wasn't expecting it. Expecting you. She paused to give her throat some respite. Her usual water bottle isn't anywhere nearby. A shaky breath escapes her mouth. When you came around, I thought you were no different than the others. that you are some self-centered, pretentious midwit who only cares about his image. That's when I got the idea of using you to swap out your art with mine. You didn't seem like the kind of person who cared about how he gets the attention from others, just that he gets it. A description of my character feels really repetitive, but the ache in my chest tells me it's a little too close to home. But that's not just what I think of you now. Yalakan's the one person I can trust, so when he went to bat for you, saying we'd make good friends, I was worried. What's so special about this guy? I honestly got scared it'd be wrong, that you'd just be like everyone else and I'd be setting myself up for failure. But worse than that, Inko, I was afraid he'd be right and I have to face what I'd done to myself. And now I've gone and done something like this. Switching my contest entry? See, guys, turns out your girl was a Spinosaur after all. We win! Wait. She nods, swallowing. Why are Spinosaurs so fun to? Okay. She nods, swallowing hard. I wasn't thinking. Suddenly everything was out of balance. Everything I'd created, all my work, my own little world was suddenly changing, and I had no control of it. I just had to do something. I didn't know I was doing that. I'm sorry. He stops to process my words and continues. I knew I'd get caught. It's stupid. I was hoping for it. Even someone to figure out that it was just swapped, so it would be changed. Everyone would be none the wiser. She turns to face me with silver eyes, welled with tears. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I didn't want to go back to being the person I used to be. The person who didn't care about hurting you. The head tilts downwards with a violent twitch of breath. Ivory claws extend and grip at her knees and in a painful display, and yet Olivia shocks back any sound she'd make. Her body shudders with every heavy breath from her, and I realize that every last defensive barrier she had was completely gone. Olivia has laid herself bare, leaving only the crying girl, desperate trying to silence her pitiful tears. Uh-oh. You know what I'm gonna do with moments like this? A save. But why do all this? I can't hate you. Let's analyze both. Why do all this? Feels kinda like we're kinda angry with her, but we want the truth. I can't hate you. Hints that we like her? I'm gonna go with that one. Faced with those unbidden words from Olivia, I'd have to be a heartless bastard to do anything but accept her apology. It's clear that the guilt has been rotting to her in her conscience ever since. We get the decision now! What she did was wrong, no doubt about it. But then again, thinking of her circumstances, how can I blame her? How could I knew when? I just want to see what her reply is. But we will end up having to do the same thing in her shoes. At this point, Olivia's put herself through enough stress as is. If there's one thing she needs to hear right now, it's that I forgive her. I don't hate you, Olivia. You don't? That you don't makes me believe it is the better answer. No, I don't. I won't lie, I definitely felt hurt when I first found out, but the fact that you're willing to admit your mistakes shows that you're growing as a person. I'm really glad to hear that we're friends. Oh no, we've friend-zoned her! Baby. It's refreshing to hear her say it. I was worried she was only just putting up with me. Olivia seems understandably puzzled over my lack of anger towards her. I figured you'd be more upset. Maybe it's not the right answer. Let's play what... If I regret this, we're gonna load the other save. Is this just you pity? No, maybe it's not the right one. I don't want it. It's not pity, Olivia. I'm accepting your apology. I don't want you to feel guilty about it. The sooner we can put all this behind us, the better. But I can tell you're a good person, so don't worry about it, alright? I offer my best smile. Olivia slowly nods. When you put it that way, I guess. But still, truth be told, I deserve to fail to actually face consequences. Maybe I need to go... Well, let's continue a little bit. I'm such a fucking fraud. All over a damn painting. Olivia, you did what you thought you had to do. And you're saying you're sorry for the consequences. That's all that matters. I scooch closer to Olivia. Wait, maybe this is going the right way. What's the goal of this game again? That was you taking action in a way I never would have guessed. A crime of passion, I think it's called. I'm probably wrong, but she gets the idea. The world runs on those. You don't need to change. I don't think you did anything wrong. She leans her head against the wall of the railing before looking at me with a half smile. Thanks. You're right, I'm just throwing everything away like an idiot. I'm just scared. Yeah, I think we're gonna continue with this. I'm here with you. I coax the rest of the tired grain from her, and she looks down at the shredded papers again. After that, after everything was said and done, things became quiet. Beneath the solace of my umbrella, we relaxed together. At least until Olivia begins shifting her chairs uncomfortably. I sit and watch as she takes her calves and shifts them to her side with one hand. A tail comes around and presses into the paper-filled floor before her, keeping her upright as she starts to lean forward. Finally, with the strength of her tail in one arm, Olivia lifts her hips from the floor and swings her shins fully beneath her. She smiles and she kneels over me. You just going to sit there? Crap, I guess I was joking stupidly. But just a fascinating see the girl maneuver herself in these odd, yet well-practiced ways. I'm kind of jealous actually. I wish I had a tail to do some of the things she could. This sounds... There's a double meaning here. I don't want to explore it. I press my hands down on the floor and push myself up. No long tail confirmed. I don't know why I thought to stand, but instead I shifted myself to a kneeling position too. We're face to face now. Oh. For a split second I feared the worst as Olivia drew me into a hug. I don't know what she will do, but this. I like this. Woo! For how strong her arms are, how they wrapped around my chest feel extremely tender. My own arms have enveloped her, returning the embrace in a similarly soft way. You hug that Baryon Gator. This game should be renamed Score the Spinosaur. As her arms loosened, I drew back. Though I don't want to take my hands off her. Careful, careful. Screenshot. Eyes, score the Spinosaur. That was nice. Don't make it weird. Sorry about that. Through the sound of rainfall hitting the umbrella, my ears suddenly pick up the noise of what sounds like squeaking. I look down and see that there's something shuffling in Olivia's pocket. Oh my god, a mouse! What? A little beast emerged from its hiding spot with a squeaky yawn, to which Olivia offers a hand for its use as a platform. Hey little guy, nearly forgot about you. Had a nice nap? That's a rat! Right, you two haven't met each other. In quote is Guts. Okay, that's random. Guts meet Inko. Oh, hi Guts. I awkwardly wave at the apprehensive looking rodent. Olivia lifts Guts to her shoulder, gracefully, like her hand is in an elevator for him. You brought him to school? Well, yeah, I just really needed him today, since you know all the crap that's happened. Don't make it weird, she says, slowly and fearfully caressing your back muscle as she nuzzles under your chin. Oh my. She gives Guts a few scratches under his shin. I bring him sometimes when things get rough. And nobody noticed? You haven't. Touché. Yeah, the Ken did once. He just told me not to let him run around the school, otherwise it will be considered half-hazard or something. The tardy bell rings out in the distance. We're late for our next class. I'm sure Yadakan will understand. We should probably get back to class. Here, hold this. I give Olivia the umbrella so she and the rat can stay dry while I go fetch the wheelchair. Gator Hugger. The achievement is Gator Hugger. By now it's settled, some into the mud. This wheelchair has definitely seen better days. After dusting off the dirt and pulling water the best I can, I make my way back. Thanks. She offers the umbrella back, but I make sure to hold it above her. I keep the wheelchair steady with one hand as Olivia climbs into the seat, using her tail to help herself up. You did the thing! Oh my god, why is this super cute? Oh my. We stand in the rain in silence for a moment, only sharing content glance. So what do we do about the contest now? That's a good question. Ben was there when I saw my name and the painting. He already went to tell someone, so like you said, no harm, no foul. What about your own submission? I ruined it. I scratched the back of my head. It won't have won anyway, just a picture. Oh, I thought it was pretty okay. Hearing those words from Olivia sends a strange flash of heat to my face. It's not unpleasant, but again, those honest words from her really do cut through me for some reason. I'm starting to look way too much into this picture here. Let's move on. Stop making me crush on a Spinosaur. A loud squeak draws my eyes to Guts as he stands atop Olivia's shoulder. You too? A wry smile stretches across Olivia's face. I think it means Guts is saying it's actually so-so. Hey, cut him some slack, Guts. Inko didn't have any time to make anything for the contest. Don't worry, guys, you'll have your chance to draw in various cute poses. Oh no. He's got some mic standards. Yeah, it's why we have gotten so good. The sheer absurdity of it. I don't know which of us broke first, but all laughter fills the air, heard only by us as the rain falls, cut off all other noise. So know what? I don't know. I don't want to go yet. Still pretty worn out. Worn out? Smile crosses my face as I wake the idea come to mind. Well, too bad. What? I walk around behind Olivia grinning like a mad idiot. Inko, what are you doing? Inko! Inko! Bah, you'll make it work, you always do. Her head tries to follow me as I stand right behind her chair. I figured that pushing your chair around is really tiring, so how about I help you out? Olivia blushes and looks away. Fine, but just for today. Returning to the campus was suddenly awkward. Passerby shoot us looks. It's not the most common It's not the most common scene to see a girl in a wheelchair just roll in on sopping wet and tracking mud in. More likely though it was because said girl had taken to using my umbrella to hide herself from those looks. She was already extremely red in her face. It was a conundrum. Drop the umbrella, let people see her. Or keep it up and draw more attention. I shall name it the Nito Theorem. She's gonna kill me if I ever attempt to publish it. But making our way back to Olivia's current class, she simply shook her still concealed hair. I didn't really have much of a choice. From all that I knew of the girl, her last classes were all on the upper levels. And she was in possession of the elevator key. And I was in possession of the weakest knees here in St. Edmund, at least according to Coach Solly. So I wheeled her to my current photography class. Oh, come on, stop this. Stop this shot. On the way over, she keeps bending her head back to peek at me. Like she's making sure I'm still here. Knocking on his closed door, the terrors of the professor didn't even bat an eye at the poorly-hidden girl. He simply stepped aside and let us through. Ben was looking our way, but I chose to pay him no mind. After everything I heard, Olivia didn't even register he was there. She simply rolled herself to the back of the classroom and threw a door into what I'd always guessed was Yadakan's supply closet. You know what? I'm an idiot. It's a dark room, isn't it? The stares of my other classmates abated thankfully as our teacher continued his lecture. Taking my own seat, I focused on Yadakan, as much as I could at least. My muddled thoughts kept me distracted the whole period. Just before the bell rings, Yadakan stares me dead in the eye. He points that stern finger directly at me and turns to the floor to signal, "You! Stay!" Once everyone else has left, he closes the class door and locks in. So, care to explain? Explain, sir. He opens the door in the back and signals Olivia to come out. The mud, the drenched clothes, the declaration of sanctuary. I was having a bad day. She's looking a bit better, still drained, but she's not shivering. A rat sits on her lap, and Yadakan extends a finger down to scratch under its chin. You stay, me go, no following. I can see that. He takes a seat against the nearby desk and waves a hand for Olivia to go on. When she doesn't, he shifts his hand to me. I look between the two of them. Mr. Yadakan expectedly, and Olivia's pleading eyes. Ultimately, I shake my hand in the negative. I just helped Olivia get out of the rain. Of course. He slouched further atop the desk. Can I tell you some other time? Sure. Whatever it was, it looks like you recovered pretty well. Olivia doesn't answer verbally, instead giving me a bashful smile and nod. Was it about your work again? Yeah. Oh, this girl. He turns to me and points a thumb at her. You know, the work she's so concerned about absolutely wrecks the grading curve in my class. For the sake of the other students, I had to put a limit on extra credits assignments. Really? Yeah. Never before would I ever consider such a restraint. Why punish someone for working too hard? I would think to myself. Then 4 years ago, this little green goblin... Okay, it's this Spinosaur girl is a goblin as well. This little green goblin comes rolling into my class. Half a semester more than a few angry calls from parents later. My hands were tied. Young lady simply does too dang much. Olivia smiles but doesn't look from her pet. It was that much better than all the other students? Well, no, I don't grade by technique. If I did, you'd be in big trouble, Inko. Olivia's work was very good ever then, but the main thing I admire is how motivated she can be. Sir, you can say that. I haven't seen someone so enthused to just paint in years. Certainly I haven't seen anyone so enthused I had to change the rules like that. You were worried and it stopped me. Was I? That definitely sounded like me, but it didn't stop you, not even a little. Heck, that year you even got me to see some things differently. I don't think I ever did anything like that. You did when you came in after class the Friday before Mother's Day. Take a look at this. I'm handed the quill pen, and the first thing I note about this is how soft the feather portion is. It's the special pen you always use. It's actually from my wife. And this kinda sounds weird. Whoa! I inspected it closer. I can see no more of the intricate details. From the feathered engravings on the skank to the maintained but worn point. It's well made and kept, and yet the feather and brass showed its age. She came in that afternoon with a whole stack of crumpled paintings drafts, so frustrated she couldn't get it right, and so determined to make it perfect. I say, any of these will be great. You aren't to love any of these, as she fires back. Well, yes, Kazu brings Lover's body parts to class. If it's not good enough for me, why would it be good enough for someone I love? I did not have an answer, so I told her to take a step back. We take a few hours to go over the fundamentals once more. I send her home to try getting it right over the weekend, and come Monday she returns and hugs me first thing. That Friday night, what she'd said was on my mind. I talked about it all night with my wife. Then that morning I decided to make a change for myself. My wife was molting at the time. Okay. My wife was molting at the time, so there was always a new feathers or tree in our blankets each morning. I took the biggest one, preserved it right, got a bit of help to make it into a real pen. And I used it ever since. It helps me remember to do my job right, for the people I care about, and for the people my students care about. Sir, what the fuck was your... Oh my god. I think what it was is that childlike reasoning that comes so naturally for the youth. That reasoning, it makes a type of innocent, earnest dedication, something I think I'd lost for ages. Don't give me so much credit. You haven't lost it, have you? Good, don't lose it for me, okay? Okay. Yadakan yawns and stretches. You feeling alright to go to your next class? Yeah, I'm ready. Great. He claps a hand over my back. We should do this again sometime. Mr. Yadakan rushes us out of his classroom as the late bell thrills, ending us a note rapidly scrawled on. Miss Procting didn't seem enthused to see us coming late, but sighed as she reads the late note from Yadakan. As I took my usual spot, I felt something odd in the corner of my eyes. Looking up, it was to see Olivia looking my way. Okay, I think something happened in this chapter. With a smile on her face. One that spoke so many words, yet I couldn't figure out what. All I could do in turn was try to match it before focusing on Miss Procting's latest lecture. As more time passes, the art contest fades into the background. Oh, the story is moving super fast suddenly. Last week I expected the end of the day, the new day. Last week I had a scare when Principal Sculler called me to her office. I feared they figured out what Olivia did and assumed I was part of it, just as she predicted. Luckily, that wasn't the case. Instead, she wanted to inform me that they had no leads as to who done the swaps, and since it was champered, it'd be removed from the contest. No skin off my back, honestly. As compensation, she gave me one of the runner-up prizes. A coupon for some pizza for some Italian restaurant called Dynamo's. Not the biggest pizza fan. Not the biggest pizza fan. Who is not a pizza fan? To be honest, fair. Not the biggest pizza fan, but not a bad price to get after all this. Saving it for a rainy day. However, I found myself in the conundrum of my own doing. My peers concerned about my entry were resolved, but I hadn't accounted for the new question about my portfolio. My paint portfolio. The few times I show it off my photography work, they'd be madly impressed at best. They were never upfront about it either. No, instead I got the runaround. Oh yeah, these are nice, Inko. Not bad, not bad. What about what you did for the contest? I can't even be mad about it, since it's just another misunderstanding, an unintended lie, from my side of things. But then I had a thought. What if it wasn't a lie? What if I was actually good at painting? After working at it for the past month? Yeah. No, I can't unscrew this. For the past 3 weeks, I've been staying after school making use of one of the club rooms to practice. Yes, Inko, did you listen to any of the tips I gave you? Using everything I had at my disposal, namely the textbooks for Mr. Yadakan and to tutorial online. I stay as late as possible trying to get to the same skill level as Olivia. And I stare at the horrid acrylic monstrosity before me. I can do nothing but weep at my own inadequacies. I can weep, but squinting at the Lovecraftian horror before me, and I can maybe see your progress running in the madness of the excess paint. See what's happening? Well, I memorized all of the teachings down to the letter. What am I even looking at? Are you trying an abstract sort of thing here? It was an attempt at a self-portrait, actually. They're helping each other grow as people first. Dino people. Could probably post it online and some rich asshole will buy it. Is that good? No, never trust the opinions of people on the internet. I learned that the hard way. Wink. After. Oh no, I skipped that one. At this rate, I'm going to be a double float or something. Splat. I don't even have the energy to get angry. Probably looks better now, at least. Well, people and baryonyx is... How did Olivia get so good at this? Olivia, please, you've got to have some actual advice for me. She quietly hums to herself, slipping away a notebook she had splayed across her lap into a nearby bag. Well, when I want to dry, it's usually because I've got something on my mind. What, like inspiration? Kinda, more so than I just envision something and I want to put that on canvas. A muse? Oh my god, the door of the studio flies open and Damien quickly storms inside. Inko! Olivia, are you guys here? He takes heavy breaths as he visions darts around the room. After moments of surprise, I raise my arm to catch his attention. Damien, what's wrong? The hyperactive Dilophosaurus spots me, taking a final breath before jogging over. Guys, I need to ask you something. What? Is everything alright? Is something happening? Can't help but panic and nursing Damien is flustered. Do you want to come to the arcade with me and Liz? Is that it? Yeah, that's what I said. Wait, when was this decided? I thought something bad had happened. Nope, just asking. Liz already has the car prepped and everything. Oh, I probably should have expected that, but still. How did you know we were here? I didn't, I just kept opening doors until I found you too. I've been at it for a while actually. Damien's eyes dart to the canvas that lies on the floor next to me. You working on your next masterpiece? Oh, painting sideways is probably one of your trade secrets. Olivia hides her sneaker with her hand. Don't worry, I won't tell us all. Yeah, that's right. Don't tell anybody. I lean down to pick up the canvas and place it upright, deciding to remove the ugly painting and place it in the corner of the room to dry. Anyway, how about it? No, Damien, we don't want to do a four-way. Stop asking for that. Anyway, how about it? About the arcade, come on. To the arcade. The olive baryonyx fidget. No, they're saying baryonyx all the time. The olive baryonyx fidgets, a brow lowered in contemplation as she considers the question. The arcade? Huh. Like I had any other plans today. Sure, why not? Alright, let's go. Wait, don't just... Oh my god. Inko! Olivia, there you are. Damien was taking so long to get you. I was worried that to come find you myself. This time both Damien and I are whizzing for her. Despite Olivia's protest and hesitation, Damien had wasted no time grabbing her by the handlers and sprinting for the exit. I edged chased after them, all the while Olivia screamed like a banshee as she was pushed through the hallway at a breakneck pace. Yeah, just... I take a deep breath and stands upright. Olivia claws have dug into her armrest, and she's definitely trying to kill Damien with her glare, which she apparently ignores. The Olive Baryonyx. Why didn't you just message me or something? I wanted to, but... You wanna ruin your concentration, man. So instead you kick the art room door open. Yeah. These had the good grace to look embarrassed on Damien's behalf. Yeah, but give you a little bit of extra time, right? You've been staying late for forever now. I can't hide the wins. It hadn't occurred to me that more people would notice. Relax, not like you're the only one. Yeah, sometimes I need to stay behind for student council and club meetings. Right, sure. So, come on, the car's in the student section. The dino duo start toward the student parking lot, heading towards the rather old but well-kept sedan. Olivia grumbles silently to herself, but follows after nonetheless. Come on, dude. It'll take a few minutes to get Olivia in and then 30 to get to the arcade. It won't take that long, damn it. Olivia huffs and wheels herself to the passenger side, opening the door for herself. Do you need any? It's fine. To punctuate her statement, Olivia uses her strong arms to lift herself on her armrest. So let me get this straight. This friend group is a Baryonyx, a Dilophosaur, a Brachiosaur, and a squishy human. Yes. An Olive Baryonyx. And I don't know if I would call this Goth Brachiosaurus. Iconic! 10 with more grace than I thought possible from the olive-scaled girl. Why he keeps calling her Olive now? She managed to flop down in the passenger seat. I stare at the abandoned chair, wondering where to put it. I've got room in the trunk to go. Clunk! The trunk lid pops up with a heavy trunk to punctuate that. It takes me more time than I'd like to admit to figure out how to undo the locks to actually collapse the chair, but once it's done, I'm able to slide it into the spacious storage area easily. Damien already up through the window to the front passenger seat by the time I'm done, as if it practiced the maneuver. Clack, clack, clack! I simply open the door behind Liz's seat and watch as a pile of soda cans empty on the pavement below. Oh, sorry, it was from this morning. I just toss them into the back seat when I'm done. Surprised Liz doesn't make you use the bag. I do. Damien pulls up an overwhelming plastic bag as if it were a trophy. Why haven't you tossed all those bottles already? I'm saving them for a project about recycling, plus I'm also going to use a couple of them for a sculpture, saving me the trouble of going out and finding aluminum. And I get to drink as much soda as I want. I don't really say anything as Damien scoops out the rest of the cans from the floor of the car and puts them in a new bag, which he then stuffs into the car's trunk before giving me and Olivia a thumbs up. Alright dudes, we're good to go. Yeah, I knew he was gonna say do exactly this. I nod and sling it to the semi-clean seat. My hands search for the buckle of the seatbelt and brush against something warm and soft. There's a tiny gasp. There's a tiny gasp next to me and the comfortable mystery in my hand is yanked away. Huh? I look to Olivia and held to her chest. Her green face has a scarlet thingy, and a mirror shade haze glare holds through my head. You okay? The emerald-scaled girl turns her mouth from me. I stifle a mystery chuckle at that. The warmth of my palm fades, however, and leaves my hand feeling lost. We just grabbed her tail. Okay. Okay, all the safety checks are done. Oh, look! This is super weird. Look what she's doing with her neck. Liz gets in the driver's seat and grips the steering wheel. Outside, she's craning her neck to check on the mirrors and tires. Wait, Liz drives with her head sticking out the window? Liz pokes her head in. What's that? A neck snakes inside and coils around the hook in the middle of the car. Then, she's not a brachiosaur, she's a snake. Then with practical motion, her neck continually coils until her head sits atop the neck roll, as if no different from someone's putting on shoes. It kind of looked like a giant skill-covered scarf. There was still enough space for her to see the windows and check behind her. Inco! It wasn't anything important. Alright, but the city, right? I've actually been wanting to sit a bit more up close, for Yannick's class. Do you know how much gas money it burned through to take a detour around here? No, good, cause neither do I. Let's do it. Hey, what? No, I barely have enough as is. The view on the way is fine. I'm looking forward to it as well. You sure? Yeah, I'll point out some stuff I remember along the way. You're my tour guide now? Don't make me change my mind. Glad that's settled. Everyone buckle in, right? Liz pulls away from the school parking lot, starting down the opposite direction. I've always entered anxiety. Weird to think, but the edge of my world was as close as a right turn out of my own school. Then again, I still haven't been living here long. Anybody want the station? I don't think I've ever listened to the radio here either. Liz and Olivia hardly seem to glance in Damien's direction as well. Suit yourselves! Within the span of a few seconds, the natural ambience of the road is replaced with the loud sound of decades-old rock music, sending vibrations throughout the car and everybody in it. Just as fast as it comes, however, it stops as Liz further yanks the volume knob counterclockwise, turning the music down to a bearable level. Damien frowns for a moment, but he doesn't seem to contest her decision. Psst. What the? I turned off all the notification stuff, except for message and calls. Between all the people I messaged, there's only one who isn't inside the car. Checking the screen, I see. D-Man. Any song request, man? Seriously? I don't know, Damien, so long as it isn't twangy country music. Sure. Wait, you've been texting? How long? Yeah, since like the first week of school. What the heck, dude? Let me see your phone. I hand it over her pen on the contact creation page. She taps the first few numbers and pauses. Then sheepishly yanks her phone from her coat pocket. She doesn't know her own number. Olivia finished tapping her numbers in and hands it back. She entered herself as live long. She just gave us her number. Sounds vaguely oriental. Bzz. Test. Yep, got it. Bzz. It's getting kinda cute. And it's funny now. That wasn't called for. That's why I sent it. She giggles at her own joke, and despite being the butt of it, the mood in the car is too high to hold it against her. Before long, the dense forestry starts giving way to more urban development. More and more decorative palm trees start dotting the paths as well. The silhouette of the city gets closer, and we approach one of those spaghetti junctions leading up to it. That's cute. The results of decades of poor infrastructure decisions, multi-million-dollar projects promising to fix all the traffic if they just built one more overpass. Olivia's paying close attention to her phone. She scrolls lazily through some forums. Hehehe. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Hey, Lizard Lounge. Oh boy, you're still browsing that, Olivia? Yeah. What is it? Don't tell him. It's this weird exclusionary chat room. They only allow dinosaur women. Men, and rather specifically human men, are banned. Men, and rather specifically human men? Oh no. Gasp. Racial segregation! Olivia showed me once. The people in it are really weird. Humans are banned? You weren't supposed to tell him. It's the last safe house for us on the internet. I think there's probably better places for that online for you to associate with. Tell me about the racial segregations! It's not just that. It's just how it has to be for our safety. Some dino girl can be doing anything at all. There's always at least 3 guys in the comments saying she looks like. Don't say it! It's just like bring down the quality of the site. Look, it's explained the rules that humans have 1/5 the attention span of dinos. Liz groans while Olivia shows me her phone. The graph is blurred to hell and I can make out most of the text. Seemed a little excited to say that, Damien. Wanna explain? I don't know how I feel about all this. What's not to get them, Inko? Think about it, during history class, it sucks, so you just remember, wait a second, I'm human, and stop listening. I wish I could do that. According to Lady Hitler, you can. It's just a funny group of women like me. Lay off, let me have it. You don't really believe that stuff, do you? Not really, just the rule of the place, alright? Okay. Olivia sticks the phone back in her pocket with a laugh. Was the ride to the arcade always this long? I think we're about 20 minutes away from the arcade still. Don't worry, Inko, the water fountains are integrated. Shut up! Damien crackles to himself. Alright, I hope the place still sells those hot dogs for just $1. There's no way anyone anywhere sells hot dog for $1 anymore. Yeah, but they did, it was great. Olivia and I would save our lunch money to just go there instead after class. I don't think I'd trust it if it were still that cheap, honestly. You ate a dog off the floor once. That's different. Damien fills the air with all tales of his and Olivia's adventures in the arcade. She does occasionally chime in to correct him on whatever over embellishment. And then as the last remnants of the suburbia melt away and skyscrapers overtake our view of the outside world, finally, I'm in the big city. Here we are! I'm almost disappointed when we pull out into the arcade parking lot. Large glass windows covered in sun bleachers, promotional leaflets adorn the front of the arcade, and the building itself looks a couple decades off. This place was probably successful in the past, but I can only imagine they break even nowadays. Maybe the recent resurgence of retro deco could change that. I can show you more on the return trip, come on. Oh, this is kinda disappointing, it's a real picture. We had lovely drawn backgrounds, and this one is a picture with some Photoshop effect on it. Guess she must have seen my brief hesitance. Liz unlocks the trunk and I hope out to get Olivia's chair. As I attempt to weave the thing out of Liz's trunks, it takes considerably more effort than I'd like to admit. Now how do I unfold this blasted thing? I think there's a release button, right? As I check to make sure that all my fingers were intact, I can see Olivia snickering through the passenger window. Inko-san, you have much to learn. Observe. Olivia makes sure the brakes are held and leaves herself over in one motion. The chair is forced open by the momentum alone with a loud crack. She gracefully rolls by me, tongue stuck out in smug victory over my ineptitude. Ready? Sweet! Damien is inside, and I can tell he's the most excited to be here out of anybody. We could afford to commission a parking lot, so here's a photo with a filter, and hope to God we brought the license plates. Dude, this place is the bomb. We used to scrounge for change to come here after school. The place is abuzz with activity, flashing machines, all competing for attention and gamers excited to conversing. I lean in a bit closer to Olivia. It's pretty dang loud here. You going to be alright having to speak up more? Of course I am. What do you take me for, a kid? Sorry. I appreciate the concern. Liz calls as she peels her boot from the floor with a loud Damien, who could warn me about. Damien's taken off towards a nearby coin machine, fistful of bills at the ready. I could have told you to. I've been here before, so why didn't you warn me about the stickiness? Olivia shrugs. Liz's head lowers to bridge a snoot-pinching levels. Well, you two did kinda drop this on me at last minute, so. But I still remember this place pretty well. Great, you can show Inko around and I'll go with Damien. Liz meekly puts her pointer fingers towards as she looks at the salmon-frilled tin. Those two-players gun thingies look fun to try out. You mean the light gun games? Yeah, those ones. I can't put my finger in it, but something tells me that Liz was banking on splitting apart from the start. They're gonna split up. So it could give me an ample opportunity to have some alone time with Olivia, just to get to know her more of less. Please, I think I broke this one joystick! Liz sighs evilly through her nose. Seriously, Damien? Come on, it's perfectly even and fair. You sure about this, Liz? We could just all stick together. The long-necked dino looks around to the arcade nervously. As much as I want to protest the suggestion, it might be for the best. Liz wants to stick with Damien probably to make sure he doesn't do more damage, and Olivia knows this place as well, so she'll know all the best games. We've already been spending time together after school, so why not? I'm not against the idea, Justin. Alright, glad you agree. Liz takes this as a cue to leave, and she quickly pulls Damien away deep into the arcade. So there's two future couples here, right? Meanwhile, Olivia begins to roll ahead, but stops and gives me an annoyed look. Come on already! Alright, as soon as I step closer, Olivia resumes a casual roll down the aisle-way. Olivia's eyes seem distant as she looks over the various game cabinets in the room. Silver iris dancing to and fro and soft hum resonating from her mouth. I try and follow where her gaze lingers, but she seems to be constantly drifting to something new every other moment, while deep in her own thoughts. As we carry on slowly, the creeping awkwardness in my stomach growls away at me. I have no clue what to do right now. The point of this excursion was to relax. It feels rude to interrupt her, but she definitely knows better than me. Say, Olivia. My voice brings her back to her current mood, with a starter hand maneuvering the chair around to look at me fully. What game should we try first? The Baronix shrugs her shoulders. They can't stop calling her a Baronix now. Anything. Okay, tell me about one of your favorites. My favorites? Yeah, you used to come here all the time. I'm sure you've got some of you prefer. The look of surprise from her is quickly hidden by her turning her chair back around. Fine, my favorites then, my favorites. She pushes her wheelchair with purpose toward a particularly large screen in the corner. Looking at it closer, there's a large block connected to it, and dull multicolored sticks hanging on the sides with wires. Damn it! I look up the title above the screen. Rune Robbers? The more I look at it, the more I see where a splotch of fresh paint barely covers poorly done marker graffiti. Oh god. Olivia's part is so prominent that she glares at the base of the funny-looking block before the screen. They updated it. It's gonna be DDR, isn't it? Oh no. So it should be better then, right? Her part breaks, transforming into a depressed frown as her eyes seem to gloss over. I follow her gaze to the metal plate at the base to try to better understand. The machine looks pretty well maintained if you ask me. Something wrong with it? They added a foot pedal to... They added a foot pedal for the cover action. I test the plate, feeling it sink down, and notice the video demo on the screen, changed to a screen with a bunch of ass with numbers next to each instance. This sucks. Olivia's hand curled into fists as she glares at the machine. A twinge runs through my chest when I look back at the first night at Dino Girl. One aspect of her favorite pastime has been changed in a way that almost robs her of it. The thought strikes a painful chord in my head. True, I know I had zero end in the game update. I was ashamed to see the Clover-scaled girl look so morose. Clover. I turn my eyes away to my feet, the sunshine so living as I do, and a flash of brilliance overcomes me as I look at my loafers. Hey, I got an idea. She cuts me off with a growl. I know what you're gonna say, and the answer is no. So willing to just give up because you can't play it easily? Yes. Olivia responds, leaving me a bit floored. Her hateful eyes leer venomously at her former favorite game, but I know my idea will work. Okay, you play then. Haven't you been paying attention? I landed the pedal work. Olivia's words are left hanging as she tries to visualize what I'm saying. A confused gaze wanders between me and the flat rectangle on the floor. The time she looks so goofy, I have to withhold the chuckle in fear of her clawing me. She must have realized too as she snatches the light gun from my hand, her cheeks bearing a red hue. Fine. One game. She looks at the light gun in her hand and takes a deep breath. You better do your job, right, Tinko? I give Olivia a nod. She wheels herself right next to the arcade machine. Gimme. She reaches out for my hand and goes to take it before I respond. She takes it for a split second and then moves down to grab my wrist instead. Her skills are soft and cool. Kinky. Hit the pedal when I squeeze. Capiche? I nod in affirmation. Olivia blasts the start button into pieces. He's kinda cute, actually. Not so tight. Dude, hit the damn pedal. It's like playing with controller lag. Inko! Sorry. Holy crap, this is worse than I remember. Hi, it's me. I'm the guy that makes sense. Hey, you can see I put the respawning enemies in front of a place too fast to cross. I came up to this idea while eating a bird. I didn't even want to staple my ears to me. Fucking damn it, not again. Oh, this game sucks. Wanna play again? She's a bit intense. When Olivia finally raises a grip on my wrist, I feel my blood rushing through the imprint she left. We end up playing 4 or 5 games total. That's probably fun enough. I'm good to move on. You? Are you sure? I don't want to keep you here all day. Olivia looks over the machine one last time before sliding the plastic gun back in its slot. I'm still a bit disappointed to changing, but thanks. You know what? Relatable. Relatable. Alright, there's better games around anyway. Let's go. A straight thought from before I really got to know Olivia cares for the front of my mind. Sometimes along the way people start calling her Hot Wheels. Don't remember really when. But I do know it's proof she got that far in there. A fire in there. Before she can roll away too far, my hand takes hold of one of the chair's grips, jolting the dino girl from a sullen stupor. Say, I've got an idea. Hot Wheels. Why don't we try the fighting game you were so good at? The fighting game... Olivia Joe's clicks shut and her hands ring together tightly. Arcade cabinets can change, right? I mean, a gaze turns toward the opposite of the arcade, and I can hear the loud hollers of competition from here. Come on, Hot Wheels, what do you say? The name seems to invigorate her. A glacier iris is hardening and her ivory claws touching at her wheels. An eerie grin creeps across her features, tongue polishing an incisor as her predatory eyes latches onto a particular cabinet in the far side. Olivia picks a direction and speeds off, patting the sea of sweaty dinos and leaving a small space of safety in her wake. After a short while passing some digital pachinko machines, she looked back at me for a moment as to confirm my presence and to say, "Don't lose me," and then yanks at the wheelchair to launch herself through the building towards a new destination. What? Hey! I really give chase, following as best as I can while avoiding the rest of the ass-struck players that just witnessed the high-speed dino girl shoving them aside in a wake. As I get closer, the atmosphere seems to grow thicker, the very air becoming dank and heavy, almost as if someone dialed a humidifier up to 11. For a second I have to stop in my tracks to catch my breath, and try to cool down as my shades begin to fog up. So this is the power of the fighting game crowd. I've heard things about, but I thought they were jokes. Through the fog I spot Liz, or rather Liz's head, sticking above the crowds. Yo, you found us! Getting closer, Damien and Liz's head come into view. Olivia stops and checks on one last time that I didn't get washed away in the crowd. She then moves past Damien and Liz, coming to a screech halt next to a particular cabinet that's occupied by somebody else. She removes a shiny coin from her pocket, placing it finally down on the controls of the current player, who hardly glances at her. As I stand closer, I'm able to overhear the exchange between the two dinos. The greaseball on Kilozor, without even looking away from the cabinet, starts writing off his credentials to Olivia, as if it was a job interview. You know I'm the best Jurassic player at this side of Volcadera, right? Double S rank, 309 tournaments wins, besides his 50 cents not. Shut up and not up. Shut up and not up? Alrighty. Olivia's voice caused Don Kilozor to grimace and finally gets on his head. You really want to try me? Look, tiny team. Blah 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 blah. His jaws clicks shut as his eyes manage to sweep above and then down to Olivia, his eyes squinting as his retina slowly adjusts to the low lighting of something not displaying badly colored pixelated characters. Bro, you know you can't be bringing chairs over here, not after last summer. Olivia grows and raises a fist, and I think the pale-scaled dino finally sees what she is challenging him. His mouth flaps helplessly as he tries to explain himself before just stopping himself completely. Never mind. Sorry. The Gator girl sighs and taps a finger on the quarter she passed down. Rules say you can't refuse, right? His head tilts in confusion. You know, you look to be the new champion, right? Yeah, this is the champ's cabinet, right? Damien's come over by the point, followed closely by Liz's head. Champ's cabinet? Unofficial, but that's the oldest one here. Been here since the dawn of time. It's like sacred or something. I look over the old machine. The paint on it chipped and possibly covered in marking to the point that the only legible thing on it is a very juvenile edit to the game title. Oh god, she's vibrating. This thing? Yeah man, they only let the honchos actually use it. If you're spotted trying without credentials, you end up headbutted. That's bold, but I believe it. I look back to Olivia, who's having a withering stare down with the squad guy she challenged. Look, lady, I'm a big deal here. Buster nuts. Crown champion all of Volcadera. Buster. This particular Jurassic machine got a history. That must be the same machine that Dino the Rex Go managed to parry. Quite stunning. Fight me already. I'm not. I'm just setting the stage is all. Plus, you think you're the only challenger I've got? I look around, noticing that there was no group surrounding us. On my title as champion, I'll take all comers now. A hushed whisper goes through the crowd. Funny, I form a line now. Okay. Tallest to smallest. What? No cutting. Heck yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with you, Buster. Wait. What? I don't even play video games. And I'm not really a good gamer either. Too bad, consider it the blood tax. I want to protest further, but Olivia's head turns toward me with a pleading look on her face. Besides, you think I want to put my hands on that thing? Who knows where? Win! Inko! Yeah! Come on, Liz. It won't be that bad. You're still by the Brachio booth, right? Hold tight, I'll come get you. How long is her neck? Damien pushed back through the small group around us, following Liz's neck to find the rest of her. The head swivels around and gives chase. He pleased to not have to play falling on deaf ears. Brachio booth? Not the puppy dog guys who live. There are kids claustrophobic, so brachiosaurs will tend to bump into everything, including each other. There was some lawsuits, so now there's a few platforms place where people like her can sit and reach everything. There's even some water fountains attached. Doesn't stop things from getting tangled when there's multiple, but it's something. Lore. Then Liz must have relented, because she suffers up to the rest of the group. Fine, let's just make this quick. Liz reluctantly steps towards the arcade cabinet, a crooked smile forming on the self-proclaimed champion's face. It doesn't take long for Liz to completely lose. It's weird there's an old arcade from a fighting game, because like they tend to be replaced by sequels, you know. There wouldn't be an arcade with like Tekken 1. There will be like Tekken 8 on there now, I guess. Alright. The large and killer's hands move like a blur as they dance across the controllers, pummeling their digital opponent into the ground. As boastful as he was earlier, he at least proved that he was skilled at Jurassic, the screen displaying perfect after only a minute against Liz. Liz crosses her arms and started heading back to her old seat in the booth, head in tow with a pout. Buster leans his head back against his clasped hands to make us show that it was no big deal. Next! Damien struts to the cabinet and jams his hand in his pocket for his change. Is there a whole piggy bank in there? Haven't seen your group around before. Tourists? Oh, nah, Liv and I used to come here all the time. Love's been through, you know, so we got some friends to come along with this little trip down memory lane. Lighten up the mood a bit. This place hasn't changed much in the years either. Hoists the quarters, I again jams them in the slot. Once more the screen lights up and the character selection music is busting. Buster considers his selection, and ultimately chose the same character. Damien jams on the buttons and picks blah 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 blah. What's with that death glare? Damien just picks a counter to his character. Maybe he expects all of us to be beginners. Buster doesn't seem a bit more tense now. Been a while since then, tough. Explanation is cut short as the words take on scratchy quality in them. Hey, you okay? What? I'm fine. I can go and refill your canteen pretty quick. Sure, thanks. She reaches behind her arm and knocks a severely dented water bottle from her chair. Good. There's something to look into for Christmas. That Buster guy said there was water by the Brachio booth. Though I can't imagine the water here is very good. Christmas what? What am I thinking? I haven't gotten anyone a gift like that before. Focus, Inko, you're just getting some water. I head deeper in the arcade towards the center, passing through the aisle lit by the game screens. You guys are done already? No, just filling Olivia's bottle. Refilling. Guess I'm gonna miss Damien's match. Say, Elise, this sticker here, what is it? Ed comes in close and she eyes the weird brand on the canteen. Oh, that's from some really old show. Like back in the old 90s. Old. Dude, you have a Spino girlfriend now. You're getting a damn Christmas present. Why? Just curious is all. Well, I never really asked Olivia about it. Maybe I should after all. I think I recall watching a video essay about it once. Though I could never really get into all the stuff. The animation always looks so choppy. Recapping the bottle, I'll lead Liz Ed back to the fighting game section. I'm surprised that Damien and Buster are still playing, this time both of their hands slamming fiercely on the controls. A crowd has formed around the duo, exchanging low whispers as they watch the old CRT screen. I pick out Olivia at the front of the crowd, close to the cabinet, so she's able to clearly watch. She's hyper-focused, to the point that when I switch the bottle in front of her face, she just leans over to keep watching. Evil it is, then. I hope the canteen above her muzzle and carefully tip it over until a few drops fall on her face. Her tongue laps along her lips and swipes the nourishing droplets before glaring at me. Hey! Here you go, fresh from the latrine. Arr! She takes the bottle and downs most of it right away before clearing her throat. Thanks. How's Damien match going? Well, he's getting too aggressive. He is. Yeah, Buster picked a rush down character, so Damien picked a zoner to keep Buster at a distance. Problem is that zoners are not always bad when it comes to footsies. However, worse, she's going into the lore of not the lore, but the gameplay techniques. Which means that if Buster is able to get into Damien's Earth box, he's gonna get super punished and might even lose the seat in a Wait a second, I'm human. So Damien has to keep his distance. It's not looking good for him. Crap. Olivia and I watch from the sideline. As over the next few seconds, Buster pulls off an impressive series of moves that crushes Damien's character into the ground. And I want to play some Tekken later. God damn, she really is into a classic fighting games. Almost like he was waiting for us to get back. Whoa, you actually know how to play. Buster jumps an accusing finger my way as to marking me for death. You next. Damien's expression carries a hint of disappointment as he steps away from the cabinet, but he quickly peps up and reassumes his usual jovial self. Just me and Olivia left. I nervously step up to the cabinet. A plethora of characters in various fighting poses stare back at me, each with their own premise of victory. I recall an old saying Coach Sully had said. If we do not know what we are doing, then the opposing team suddenly can't anticipate our future actions. I tap my joystick over until the large question mark in the middle of the screen is highlighted. The astonishment of the spectators and my visibly nervous opponent. The game begins and my opponent beside me seems extremely calm as he manipulates his controllers. Compared to me, trying on every button and stick input to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Unlike Damien, who at least looked like he was holding his own against the bloated Buster, I was getting the digital crap kicked out of me. Every attempt I made was met by my character being grabbed and thrown in some ridiculous elbowing way. By the time the perfect announcement plays on the screen, I can feel my wrist cramping from the crazy amount of button mashing I've done in under a minute. At least I last a little longer than Liz. Don't feel too bad, I am the best here after all. It's not filled with laughter, grates on my ears. I walk back to my friends, all of them staring daggers at the pasty scout man. The rest of the crowd are in uproar along with him, and I can feel my ears eat up at the attention. Olivia's eyes are narrowed as she wheels herself into position, a tail lashing roughly against the ground as she waits for the laughter to die down and turn to finally begin. Buster chuckles to himself while crackling his knuckles. I just finished wiping the floor with your friends while hardly breaking a sweat. Just so you know who you're really dealing with, I'm Buster Nuts. God damn it. I'm Buster Nuts, achiever of Octavian's annual Jurassic Wisconsin E-Tournament, demolisher of Icaria, second best player of 2007-2012, and co-leader of the Midwestern branch of the mighty Mammoths Gamers Guild. Stop calling yourself that. You won't look bad for ducking out, or are you ready to get busted? Shut up. You're fat. You know you can still back out of this. Olivia's response is to insert a coin slowly, without breaking eye contact with Buster, with what I can only describe as a predatory leer. She then slams her fist on the start button. Buster suddenly moves his cursor towards a different character. Damian next to me lets out a soft gasp. What? What's wrong? Buster's character is like 3 kinds of bullshit is what's wrong. What? Well, for one thing, he's usually gentleman's band in tourneys, and his mouth is moving, but all that comes out is alien words. Buster lets out a chuckle and turns to look at Olivia, giving her a smug grin. Olivia doesn't seem at all fazed by Buster's character choice, clicking her joystick lazily. Soon as Olivia picks her character, the game's announcer blares the name aloud. Wani Hug! Oh my god, Lord! I refuse that there's an ankylosaur family squatting around with the family name Onuts, and they will name their newborn son Buster. I kinda took it as a nickname, but... Damian turns to look at me. The excitement in his face is overbearing. That's Olivia's mane! Oh man, this will be one hell of a fight if Olivia's breaking her out. Oh, so, is this Wani Hug a good character? Shortest explanation you understand is, yeah! What's the long one? If you don't know what a shodo is, it will take too long to explain here. Bah. While Damian rambles on, I recall Olivia's motivation just to get here. What look she had, that more than anything piques my curiosity. So how good is Olivia with her? Damian's reply is to only give me a wide big grin. What the hell is a shodo? It's like Ryu and Ken, you see? And oh, you'll see. A loud soundbite from the cabinet speakers signals the start of Olivia's match. Ha! It's a character with no... it's not a weird Chun-Li or Yonda. It's a basic fighter, I think. That's all I know. I know Ken and Ryu are Shoto characters. Given the way Damian spoke, and all games have one like that. Like Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat and others. And Akira in Virtua Fighter. Given the way Damian spoke of Olivia's skills like it was derived from an ancient scroll, I expected it to be a flurry of pixelated beatdowns and take full controller play. But instead it looked like nothing at all. On the large display both characters are just shifting back and forth, the joysticks in Olivia's head, Buster's hands clacking about furiously. Honestly, it looks more like they're attempting to make the digital avatars tap dance. Whoa! Wait, did I miss something? I don't want to turn my eyes away in case anything happens. No, like they're trying to get a read on each other. Ooh. It's like they're trying to predict what the others will do so they can counter and steal the match. Oh. It's like they're sizing. There's a heavy crack! Thump on the floor in front of me. Olivia's tail lashed on the base of the cabinet, while Buster's antagonizer had managed to crack into the concrete floor beneath him. On screen, the characters finally made contact and sent each other flying in opposite directions. Behind me, the crowd started cheering! They finally excited that there was some actual action happening. Damian is hollering next to me, cheering on Olivia with all his might. This is pretty cool. Though the excitement dies down again as the duo resumes their cyber bustering. My eyes... Liz has a giant neck. My eyes darted between Olivia and Buster. We are completely absorbed in the match. Her eyes are wide and full of killing intent. Buster, on the other hand, seems like he can barely contain his fury. 10 seconds on the clock. Olivia comes in clutch, punishing Buster's character with an impressive string of attacks. He managed to get away with a single pixel of health, just as the time limit runs out. Time out! Winner, Wani Hug. The crowd goes nuts as Olivia's victory is announced. And you know what? I can help but cheer along with them. Olivia stumps back on her mobile seat and lets out a sigh before returning to her original position. Buster lets out a snort, twists and stretches his neck, and cracks his knuckles before once again gripping the controls again.
Round 2.
Clash and trash! The crowd returns to a more silent state of observing the match closely, only low murmurs as they gawk at the two highly scaled players. Though the words passed around reach me, blah blah blah. Weird for him. Surprised he's not doing the... Is he playing with her? Come on, Olivia! Damien shouts above the rest of them, nearly blew my eardrums, but I share his sentiment as the silenced characters exchange simple blows. The timer continues to tick down, Buster once again being put on the defensive. With all the previous bouts went, Buster always had controls with a cutthroat level of offense, but I didn't think of him being this passive. The countdown once again hits 0, this time with Olivia's character slouching in defeat, and the crowd cheering again, though less enthusiastically than before. You got this, Olivia, just one more win and you champ again. Olivia's shoulders tense up as what he said, and all his eyes stares directly at her. Damien! Come on, Hot Wheels, show them why you're the best! She grunts a bit and refocuses on the screen. The group shimmers down to silence in anticipation of the start to the final round. I want to play some fighting games now. The sudden silence actually catches me off guard for a second. Long enough for my own doubts to catch up to me. Buster playstyle, it's like he's not really trying. The match starts and the hype flares right back up. That's stupid of me to even think he's a gamer bro champion type. He's got way too much to lose. And yet... Hey Damien. Yeah. Do you notice anything off about how Buster's playing? You notice it too? Guess I'm not just paranoid then. Like, I didn't really watch you much, but was he always so passive? No. But like, these two are crazy good, so maybe it is all mind games. As if he's going to throw the game and let her win. We glance back at the ongoing battle happening on the screen, and I take notice of Buster and movement. As Olivia launches her character into a furious combo. Sure enough, Buster hesitates just enough to let his fighter get hit by the first combo. That's brilliant timing. This is crazy. Then he hits me all at once, like a freight train. The way Buster was looking down at Olivia, oh, he didn't want to take her challenge, all the excuse he was giving. He's a virgin. But he's throwing the whole match, isn't he? Damn it. Even here, Olivia was right. Damien, I think he's taking it easy on her. You think so? Damien, take a moment to ponder what I said. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dang, even here. That's what I was thinking. Should we do something? What, interrupt the match? Everyone else is having fun. The crowd whoops again. Only now it sounds a bit different. All mocking. He's a simp. Damien feels sags with concern. He turns to me. What we came here for is a good time. If she can tell, what's the harm? Jeez, you know what I mean. No, I think this is a tiny twist. I think she was too good at making him lose. So he doesn't want to look like a loser, so he's making it look obvious that he's losing on purpose. Weird pro gamer mind games. I couldn't stand for her. I mean, just being there for Olivia when Mia was getting on her went pretty alright. But that was a while ago, I just don't know. I look over the crowd again, the match is about halfway done, judging by the remaining half polls. Oh my god, another choice. Don't cause a fuss for Olivia, cheer Olivia on. This is a more difficult choice. Because the guy is throwing the match to make it look like he lost on purpose, and she maybe didn't notice yet. So the best choice would be if I cheer on Olivia. I guess she's gonna like it, but the other is gonna continue losing on purpose. Don't cause a fuss for Olivia. He's being there for her. It's a more difficult choice. I want to pick the first one because it's not causing a fuss, but I feel like we should cheer on her. This is a hard one. That's why I saved Even if this Buster loser wants to give Olivia special treatment for her disability, I'm not going to overcompensate for her sake. Not Timbo, he's not hard at all. I mean, the dish is... I'm not going to overcompensate for her sake. She hates that. As for the game though, it's a bit disappointing, but what can you do? It's just one match. I had plenty of fun with Olivia today. We'll have fun afterwards as well. Should just focus on that in the game. On the display, I watched Wani Hug do some crazy gravity-defying rising spin kicks. Doesn't this imply the nickname Hot Wheels was also given out of pity? Discarding that thought. I need to make myself mad. Wani Hug managed to go from that absurd kick into grabbing Buster larger character and bodily drag him into the bottom of the string. The arcade machine replaced the impact landing thrice, and even in slow-mo. Winner! Wani Hug! Buster throws up his arms in defeat. Well, you got me. Looks like I underestimated you. He sticks out a hand for Olivia. When she goes to grab it, he shakes it firmly. Thank you. Thanks. You're pretty good too. Buster raises her arm like a wrestling champion. The Gator crowd bursts into cheers once more. Damien too, I consider if he just forgot. No, he has the right idea. I'm not gonna be a stick in the mud about it. Alright, that was awesome. Hey, you know, they sell food here, right? Should get some snacks to celebrate. I was smelling grease. I was just assuming it was. He takes his own order and starts marching off in another direction. I kinda want to see what the other option will do. Damien waits for the rest of us. Behind me, Olivia froze with worry, just for a second. I smile back at her, she shakes her head and smiles back. You did pretty great. Thanks. You hungry? Damien wants to go get stuff. Damien always hungry. But sure, I'm up for a pretzel. Alright, let's go catch up with them. I wonder what would have happened. This is a moment where we're gonna split the timeline. Let's split the timeline. I want to see what it will have done. I'm curious. Cheer. I know Olivia normally doesn't like this from strangers, but I'm no stranger to Olivia. She knows my intentions. We're friends. On screen, it looks like the characters are about to strike one another with their feet. I come hands around my mouth. Go, Olivia! You got this! Damien recalls from my screams. Or maybe I popped his eardrums, judging by the glare he levels at me. Then he raised two fingers to his mouth. Whee! Heck yeah, you got this! Even Liz tried to join in, shouting down at the crowd with her own cheers. You know what will be cool? You can do it, Hot Wheels! Yeah, go Hot Wheels, go! Olivia flinched and turned her head to look back at us a bit. Curiously, so does her opponent. She sees us cheering and she gets her usual disfavoring furrowed brow. No way I'm sticking to my guns. Eyes on the screen, Hot Wheels, he's gonna get you! Beat him without even looking! She stares right through the crowd at me. It's only an instant, but it feels longer. But there's subtle scroll cracks. Then he completely falls into a smirk back at us. She flees back to the screen with renewed vigor. Is this a better answer? Buster shakes his head to snap himself out of this onslaught. Looks like he was only intending to lose by a little. He's picking up the pace now. Only... time! The match time's out. Bah! Dang, want to go another round? People need the winner. Actually, mind if I run to the restroom real fast? Shit, yeah, it's down that way. Olivia turns to smile at me again. It's warm. Then she goes off into the restroom. Buster waits for it to be out of earshot and scrums over to Damien and I. Hey, you two. You guys weren't serious, right? You were saying Hot Wheels. That's not really her, right? The Hot Wheels from a decade ago? Yeah, it's her. Why? Damn, I feel like a jackass now. This wasn't a better decision. You were cheering for her, weren't you? Oh, your buddy Finn Ed gave me some sub-story about her during our match, and I felt bad, okay? Wants to be known as the asshole that picks on cripples. Oh, Buster was being hospitable to the young lady. Who the fuck shut the... Yo, Buster, you simping? Peace off! But yeah, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything. Crap, I didn't know she had this story here. Should have more respect than that. He sighs. What do you do now? I'll play for real. It's what she deserves. That's all we ask. Buster nods and turns with a thumbs up. He cracks his knuckles and neck in preparation for his first legitimate match of the day. Knew it! Okay, you were right, Wing. You're still kinda simping. Shut the hell up, Dave! Olga returns, sliding up to the machine once more. Thanks for waiting. No problem, really. You know it. Good, cause you're going down this time. Fuck you, Dave. They give each other one last competitive leer before putting all their focus on the screen. Just as before, Buster chose the OP character and Olivia picks Wani Hug. As soon as the in-game announcer yells, "Fight!" Buster immediately goes in for the kill, the total opposite of how he was playing last match. It catches Olivia off guard for a moment, leading her for her character to hit a massive combo that takes away a good chunk of her health. To the wolves with you, lizard son, Dave! To his word, he isn't holding back this time for Olivia's sake, dealing her with the same level of beatdown brutality he gave to the opponent before her. This seems to only invigorate her, putting her skills and hands into overdrive. Even though Buster is going at full force, Olivia still managed to get Wani along to land a few punch and kicks, along with evading some attacks. The crowd seems to notice the reappearance of Buster's lethality, causing an uproar of cheering and whoops! Damian of course follows suit. You got this, Hot Wheels, kick his ass! Can't let him be the only one, right? Show him why you're the champ! Definitely not even Olivia could beat Buster's true fighting skills, and like his previous opponents, Cobalt wins. Cobalt! You know what? Right call. We did a better choice here. We're gonna keep following this timeline. The crowd is a mix of groans and cheers in excitement at the ill-fated defeat of Olivia. Buster crosses his arms, basking in his self-pride of beating the legendary Hot Wheels. Damn, you really handed my ass to me. Didn't I say I was kind of a big deal around here? Yeah. So I gotta admit, you gave me a real challenge. I see why you were known as a champ. Thanks. If you're ever up for a match, you know where to find me. With that, Olivia makes her way out to us, a smile beaming across her face. Alright, who's next? We excite the crowd into a more spacious part of the arcade. That was awesome, Liv! You really gave him a run for his money. I know, right? I mean, I know I'm a bit rusty, but the moment I got my hands on the controls, it gave me a real fight. It was so close to beating him. Despite having been outmatched and losing to Buster, she seems to be having ever more fun than ever. I'm feeling jittery after that fight. That's the gamer's rush settling in you. Hey, you know why? You know they sell food here, right? We should get some snacks to celebrate. Well, I was smelling grease. I was just assuming it was. He takes his own order and starts marching off in another direction. We're back where we left. Damien waits for the rest of us. Olivia. Food, huh? You know what? I could go for a little something. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. Come on, Dave went this way. Olivia starts plowing through the crowd once more. Oh boy, this again. I'll call it exercise. Okay. I prefer what we choose here. The snack bar is a small cut away from the rest of the building, segregated by the different style, filling and brighter fluorescent lights. There's not a lot of options aside from what you expect. Pizza, ice cream, chicken stripes, pickles, and the like. When Damien asked for 2 slices of pizza, Liz got excited. The moment he got the food, however, he was already eating one while holding the other. She seemed really annoyed, but took his offer to let him pay for her food. He offered to pay for Olivia and myself, but the last thing I want for him to do is drain his wallet any further, knowing their living situation. The story of Olivia and Inko really is cute, isn't it? Yes. It's barely over $10, so it's not like it bothers me. Olivia had gotten an order of chicken wings, slathered in hot sauce. I just went with the classic chicken stripes of one of the sodas organized from the school vending machine. We take a seat off one of the few open tables, and I struggle not to think about how often they clean. Damien doesn't bother sitting with us, he just heads back right into the fray with both arms occupied by his diner. Liv follows after Damien to keep track of him. At least her head does. Olivia barely ever sets her tray down before. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I suddenly shift myself away from the maelstrom of molars and claws. Damien probably said he'd cover the meals because he knew Olivia would get like this. Sheesh. Hot Wheels, would you like some actual meat on that? I didn't even know Wing's bone could get that big. Olivia responds by snapping the bones in two between her teeth. The marrow squirts out a little and she starts to get the napkin to wipe her cheeks. So my own chicken tender meal looks even more unsavory, so I push it aside and closer to the tornado. She eats like a feral goblin, apparently. It only takes moments for her to accept my offering with no manners whatsoever. Don't mention it. So, after we finish any other plans, Olivia ponders my words while rolling a bone around her mouth like it's a lollipop stick. It's just a chicken bone, Inko. An only large chicken bone. I don't know, I basically don't know all I want to do by now. Debian's probably got another 20 minutes before he burns out. I'm cool to hang here, unless you want to do something. Nah, I actually don't play games much. I had fun playing with you. Olivia looks away for some reason. We should do this sort of thing more often. Yeah, of course, I've never had this much fun outside of my previous schools, mainly because I never had many friends to hang out with. That's kinda sad. It is, but it looks like moving here was a change for the better. Plus, it's just fun hanging out with you. Tooth stained with sauce, Olivia's lips curled into a smile. And Liz and Damien too, of course. To have to admit, with the way Liz gravitates towards Damien, it's almost like she had this all set up. What do you mean? Well, Damien and Liz are pretty close, so maybe she's using this as an opportunity for them to get closer. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. It's almost like we're on a double date or something. She just back to me, completely attentive. Did I say something? Oh no, she's blushing now. Really? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Since we hang out together pretty often, people might start thinking we're together. Is this getting interesting? Something whips into my back. Gah! Olivia grabs hold of her tail. Crap, sorry. Yeah. We had fun today. Going out like this for the first time in ages. Seeing this place again. It's nice. That Buster guy said they renovated it a bit the last few years. Has anything else changed? Olivia looks into the depths of the arcade, looking for anything different. You know what? I think the wallpapers change. But other than that... Her tail wags. She turns back to me with a nostalgic grin. No, it stayed the same. You know what has changed though. What? The people here. What, like employees? Them too, but I mean the regulars. When we came here, the place was always more... I don't probs are chicks. A chick as she considered different words. More hectic, no, more packed. It was so easy getting through here today. I recall her almost running some people over to get across the building, and with that look she had back then, I don't think she'd have noticed if she had. Olivia's gaze lingers back toward the arcade machines. Back then every machine was crowded, it was a lot louder, and there was always this something in the air that had everyone excited. What about when you and that guy were playing Jurassic? Oh yeah, it was like that. Just means it's easier to get to your favorite cabinets. Way more. Like it felt like every machine had a crowd around it, everyone just getting crazy, it was always a pain to wait your turn. With the heaviest of sighs, Olivia turns back to me. Just feels empty like everything else nowadays. I mean, empty is good, you were able to get around easily. Hit and runs notwithstanding. And personally, this place feels crazy to me. Even here in the tiny food court, I can feel the rumbling loudness of all the people here resonate through my body. My only response was a non-committal Olivia handles her flask carefully, staring down at the sticker I noticed earlier with a wistful look. Remember that Liz mentioned about it being from an old show she watched. Say, I noticed that sticker when I went to refill it. What's it from? Oh, that is from some old anime I remember watching growing up. It's nothing really special. From some old anime, what's it about? You want to know? Look at her big eyes. Sure, I never really cut out onto the whole anime stuff, but I'd like to know what it's about. Well, if you really do want to know, it's not like any other anime, it's called Gundam. Gundam exists in this universe. For the next 5 minutes, Olivia tries to summarize the premise of Gundam in detail. I like this. Even that I'm as clueless to it as it was with the fighting terminology, the plot sounds completely esoteric. The sticker is of the symbol worn by the faction of Space Noids fighting for their independence. Dude, you inquired about their favorite childhood anime. Sounded like just a noble group with a goal like that. Watching her talk so passionately about the series franchise? Oh, that's a lot. For how long? But that's alternate universe thought, and then there's this martial arts one. As she continues a description of this franchise, I start to realize how enamored I've become. Oh. Not just about airing the show, but from seeing Olivia talking about her favorite show with such passion and energy. I find myself engrossed in her voice as she recounts a particular version of the anime, as she's even taken to emulating segments from the show. And then in the end, you finally admit scene, and it's one of the best romance Gundam done in here. A suddenly pause worries me. What's wrong? Nothing. Doesn't sound like anything, rather given the roughness in her tone again. Her throat finally ran dry. Do you need another refill? I'm good. She drinks deeply from the canteen that had started this all off. It's been a while since she talked herself dry like that. In fact, I can't recall the last time she desperately needed to hydrate like that. I think maybe around the start of the school year. She raised the canteen and lets a breath of relief out. Better? Olivia nods. Yeah, anyway, where did I lay? Actually, I've probably been babbling on too long about it. Oh no, I don't mind at all. Nah, it's fine. Besides, you let me talk about my favorite shows, so tell me about yours. Mine? Well, I haven't finished anything, just mostly video essays about old shows. I'm told I can call myself a fan of video games without having played them, but does not apply to TV. Aurea sure has taste. She can tell me exactly what kind of show she likes and why she likes it. I just know bits of trivia. No, that can be right. I've seen lots of things in passing. Like... Oh, well, shoot. I have no swag. I guess I've spent more time watching in-depth videos essays about shows than actually watching them. Damn right she has taste. Man, that's embarrassing. No, it's not. Okay, maybe a little. But it's never too late to get into it. I see what you do or don't like. Next time you're over at my place.
Next time you're over at my place.
We can binge watch a whole anime series. I like the sound of that. But if it ever gets too intense, you can always watch Power Raptors with Vinny. Hey! Relax. Toku shows like that aren't just for kids to like. It's funny though, I remember my dad letting me watch it as a kid, and Vinny got into it because I showed him. If you don't mind me asking, you mentioned that your dad's in and out of town because of his job. What is it exactly? He's on contract with the DoD. Ooh, really? Yep, been working with the Air Force since I was a baby. Oh my god. Normally he isn't called that often, but when he does, it's pretty lengthy. Weeks, 7 months. That must suck. It isn't all too bad. We still call each other and send messages. The work just keeps him busy. Well, that's good. Keeping in touch with your folk is important. Why do I feel sad now? What about your parents? What's their job? Oh, mine are joint partners in architects. It's why we move around a lot, and the main reason why we're in Volcadera to begin with. I know it all makes sense. What does? You know, she points at my shades and jacket. Having on a jacket and shades, it doesn't only make me rich, Olivia. Dude, Wolves wears clothes for Amber Croby and Flint, and has extra pairs of Raya band sunglasses on them. People in mansions, that's who. I don't live in a mansion. For your information, it's a 2-story complex with an automatic gate and whoa. I see what you mean. Now you get it, money bags. Suddenly, Liz starts waving her hands around excited. What the? Inko! Olivia! Damien comes rushing in, both arms filled with a pile of tickets. Wow, mama, that's a lot of tickets. The other hand is still trailing behind him. Damien got the jackpot at Megala Millionaire. It's probably like 1,000 tickets. I'm gonna go see what this gets at the prize corner. Come on. Holy crap. Right, yeah, you done eating, Olivia? She takes the basket of chicken swabs and pushes back from the table. Yeah. I roll my eyes and follow behind Damien to the price counter. He plops his winning stash on the counter in front of the unamused clerk. So what will this get me? Nothing! You need to drop those in the ticket counter first. Oh damn, nearly forgot. You rush off to get them counted and I'll cover the options. There's a few old games up on the top of the shelves for several thousands. What's the exchange rate supposed to be? Below me in the glass counter is a bunch of candy and small plastic novelties. There's also a lot of joke items, whoopee cushions and air-ons, things like that. In one corner is a series of licensed and generic plush toys hanging. What do you think you'll get? Probably the mini RC car. Oh no, maybe that plasma globe. He's going to get a handful of candy and let us have the rest. You think so? Alright, I'm back! He hands the tickets over. I spot the number 1247, print out the ticket. Dang, that's enough for one of the plushies on the wall. Let's see. I want... Oh, how about that? He points to a small foosball table on the top shelf. The clerk glances up at it and back. That's gonna be like another few thousand. Oh, damn. Well, I'm out of ideas. I guess we'll have some of those then. The clerk gets a small bag of chocolates from the display. You guys can have the rest. I don't really need anything here. Nothing really speaking to me either. I might want something. Olivia scans the corner. There are still enough tickets for a medium price. You might be going for a pedal ball or something. Slaps them together. Called it. Wow, look at that! I like when she has the big irises. Look at that! She points to the plushie corner. The blue slug thing? No, next to it. There's a weird... Oh, it's behind my camera here. It's a blue... It's a weird dark green thing again in the corner. Can we see him? Here's a... crocodile? Blue lizard? I don't know. There's a weird dark green thing hanging in the corner. The only one of its kind. I kind of want to dropkick it. What? That one? You don't know something about it, really makes me want to, I don't know. Tie it to a firework and set it off into the deep fryer. I was just thinking the same thing. Whatever it is, it's going to haunt my nightmares. You guys are rude. I'm not saying you're wrong though. It looks like it's the reason we have taxes. Okay, that's the best one. I hate its face, it thinks it's better than all of us. I've gotten used to it, it's been around for years. Tell it I hate it. You don't really want it, right, Olivia? Whoa, it's just like me. Her eyes are bright and wide, she's in love. Up. The clerk hands her the stuffed toy and she looks deep into his beady eyes. Yep, just like me. I love this friend group. Cute. I'm going to set that on fire sometime. Not if you like having both arms. We have two for a reason. The argument continues for several minutes. Guys, it's getting late. Think it's time we head out. Ah, shoot, she's right. Even though the weekend starts tomorrow, I still have a curfew that my fools are strict about. Agreed. Oh, I guess you're right. On the way out, Damien stops and breathes in deeply. You know, this was a lot of fun. Coming all here together for the first time in a while. Thanks for having us, Liz. Oh, it's no problem. Thanks to you guys too. Yeah, man, it was fun. We should do this again sometime. It's just like you remember it. Is it just like you remember it? Even better. I know I was a bit meh about the idea at first, but I'll admit, it was worth it. Back in the car, the argument picks up again. Oh no, she's looking cute. I'm just saying you shouldn't try hiding pencils in the ears until they come out the other side of its head. If anyone hurts him, I'll kill you. She stares with razor intent back at Damien. Okay, let's not get into fratricide over a plush animal. Olivia hugs the wretched thing tighter. So, Inko, you want me to drop you off at your place? Oh, dang, yes, please. Hadn't thought of that. I quickly send Liz the address to my house, which she puts into Google Maps. Buckling, we head out the parking lot and onto the main road. Entering the freeway, we pass by the city, now illuminated. The early full sunset baths the car into a warm orange. As we make our way home, find myself recalling all the spots Olivia had highlighted. The wretched thing. I wanted to ask her again so I knew for sure, but seeing her rest peacefully gave me pause. Well, I suppose I can ask another time. Better to let sleeping gators lie. Look at this picture. Wait, lie? Let her rest. She had fun, now she's tired, and that's all that matters. I know Olivia's mentioned that the place was updated, but I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say that it looked a bit too grimy. Just hope I don't get sick. Yep, I got sick. I've been completely out the whole week. Sick like a dog. Must cut out it at the arcade. At first it was just a slight headache. So it is a new chapter. We're starting a new chapter. I think we're gonna stop here. It's been 3 hours. It's been 3 hours. Let's just see a picture. By Sunday it felt like my bones were made out of paper mache. How could I even get to school today? Man, this sucks. I should have ignored the signs. The rapid weather change isn't helping either, but between the pollen and chills, most parties I'm falling out of practice. I've tried on and over every hour to watch a drawing tutorial, but within minutes my consciousness is overtaken by a fog, and I retreat back to bed. 3 hours of Olivia, man. At this rate, I'll never actually have the skill people thought I had at the beginning of that contest. Between the sunlight, a scurrying cloud of my own bouts of consciousness, it feels like I've been sick for weeks instead of just days. I would ask my parents for some help, but they still had at work, and the most help they could be was simply calling to school to let them know I was sick. Slurp. I finish the cup of medicine I've made and go back to my noodles. The only reason I'm even conscious right now is because I figured some soup would help with the splitting headache. Look at him. I've made sure the pantry is stocked full of cup ramen. I shove evermore instant noodles in my mouth as I lie slide into the couch trying to watch whatever's on the TV. Eventually I decide to set the Sati goodness aside in favor of scrolling through the notification on my cell phone. Of course I got a few dozen from Damien. Bless his heart, he's been giving me an hourly play-by-play of the school day. Got a few messages from Liz too, she's also filling me on the school day, I bet not nearly as often as Damien. Even Olivia messaged me and I feel oddly soothed as I read her well wishes. I suddenly get another notification, this time from Ben. It's a PDF of my homework, followed some after by simple get well soon animated emoji. Aren't I popular? I wish I could thank them in person when I'm better. Another wave of dizziness washed over me, so I pop a few flu medicines and chase it down with another gulp of the lukewarm chicken broth. 3 days of being sick as a dog. It's only occurring to me I haven't seen any sign of. I thought I already got my grocery deal over there. Was that yesterday? Whatever it is, I push myself upright on the couch, turn sick bed, and caring for the styrofoam noodle cups and plastic wrappers that fall onto my carpet. I'm trying to see where I can split here. He's gonna open the door. It's gonna be Olivia, so we're gonna stop there. I really let things get out of hand. My head is spinning as I make the other 20-foot journey. A check of the people and nothing is here. Or maybe it's a small child. Trusty Scout cookies sound awesome right now. One hand works to undo the locks while I'm focusing on finding my wallet within the other. Damn poofy sleeves if it went so far. Sup, you dead yet? Okay, she's in the picture, we're gonna stop here. There's the spot. And it has been 3 hours now. Alright? Let's put on a nice picture here. I know which picture we're gonna use. Wait. Oh god, it's Netflix and chill! Oh no. Why did I launch this animation again? Because I like it. Okay. There we are. Alright, this was fun. Lots of story here today. Lots of progress. It's been a long time. I'm glad we returned to this game. 3 hours. 3 hours of dino lore. Alright. So there you have it. I Wani Hug that Gator. What we found out today. It's not a crocodile. It's a Spinosaur. Okay. Progress. So, the Spinosaur dating game. It was fun going back to this. That's it. Expect me to draw her at some point soon. So thanks for the company, Wing. This was fun. I had Melvin earlier. He dropped in at the start. He's not here anymore, I think. See you back in the Discord. Take care. See you soon for more Spinosaur. No, wait. For more Olivia. We'll try to go back to this game. And that's it. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for the company. See you back in the Discord. Take care. Bye. Oh. Wing will prep up the thing. You get something to munch. See ya. Bye.